Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How's the loot dropping today? Sorry for the slightly late start. For some reason, YouTube was refusing to link my stream. Now it should be working fine. Hopefully, we don't have any dropouts. We are back in Kernhold. Now, you might be wondering, what the hell are we doing back in Kernhold? Didn't we do everything in Fangs of Esterkarn yesterday? Yes and no. We have a few small leftovers. Namely, one location that we didn't explore because we couldn't. And we have a god to kill. So, starting small, if you go back to ruins of Utak Kunar. Up north, we did the Bloodbound Bastion last time. And I said, oh, this is a pretty decent spot to farm some reputation if you are trying to get Nemesis status with the Bloodbound. But then, after we cleared this area, our allies moved in, and there are no more enemies. And this location was sealed. It was the only area other than the Drangal Fortress that we couldn't get into. And I was wondering what the deal with that place is. Well, apparently, the enemies that you would be fighting in the Bloodbound Bastion move over here. Which makes sense, because there is a specific boss in here, Iron Eye, that has a monster infrequent, and if she's not here anymore, how would you farm her? So apparently you have to go here. This area just simply doesn't open within the same session in which you did the Bloodbound Bastion, so that was the hiccup there. I wish the game was a little clearer on this, so like basically if I even remembered that this place is here, I would be still confused how to get inside. I had to Google the answer. So I'm gonna take a peek in there, see what the layout is. And then, last time we killed the base version of Mogdrogen. We've also killed the Dread twice. I did die to it once, but I rewatched the footage and I figured out what was wrong, so I think we should be able to kill the Dread very reliably now, unless I make a mistake. But we haven't killed the improved version of Mogdrogen last time. We tried, and he one-tapped us. But we managed to do a good bit of damage to him before, and now I have a verifiable strategy to kill him with this character. All it takes is one item swap and I can kill him. I know this because I tried it earlier today. The only reason I didn't kill him is because I force quit the game 2 seconds before I ended his life. That was only so that I can do it for the first time on stream. So like, I know I can kill Mogdrogen now. So we're going to peek our head into this new location, and then we're gonna give Mogdrogen a walloping. And after that, I think I might try hunting some of the other nemesis, or not nemesis, celestial bosses as well. I could try Kalagadra, and I could try, I'm close to unlocking Ravager as well, so that we basically do all of the super bosses outside of the secret boss of Fangs and the secret boss of Forgotten Gods. I might try those later, but honestly, I'm not too keen on those boss fights. They are kind of gimmicky. So this is Iron Eye's hideout, huh? I'm guessing it's only gonna be Iron Eye and not all of the other bosses that she spawned with, because those are not specific. At least they don't have specific loot. No, they are all here. Evoke Blood Spill. Easy enough. There's more Horonak up there. That's nice, because that's an enemy that's kind of interesting, and we don't really get to see many of those. We are currently playing on Ascended difficulty, but I'm not modifying it any further, because... Infernals. I hate Infernals. Okay, I need to be more careful about those. Those shotguns, like if you get inside their model, you take so much damage. I think Infernals are currently the most busted hero type. All of the new ones that were introduced are fine, but Infernals seem overtuned. Okay, this time I'm gonna open Rift, because we don't want to be doing that again. I also probably didn't drink my potion, which increases my armor. That might have been part of the problem. I once again did a little bit of audio tweaking, so hopefully I'm a bit more balanced, less loud than I was last time. Hopefully not too quiet either. So, there's our corpse. Did he die? Did he bleed out after we left? Looks like it. Okay, so how big is this place? This doesn't lead anywhere. Wouldn't mind finding the Bloodborne Nemesis again, or Bloodbound. I keep calling them Bloodborne because of, you know, Souls-likes. Even though I didn't play it. Okay, there's Grada. There was one more named boss. Oh. Why is there... Okay, quick exit, I guess. Do we miss one boss, or is it only those two? Oh, there's the third one. Okay. Yeah, so they're all here. This is gonna be a pretty efficient farming spot. Although I think farming Blackheart, if you're looking for reputation, is gonna be faster, because it's closer to the rift. Okay, so this isn't a massive place, but good to know that it's here. Alright, so that's the easy stuff, even though we died here. But we go up to Aurora Pinnacle. Let's see what we can do to Mogdrogen. Now, I'm gonna try to fight him multiple times. Even if I kill him, I should be able to fight him within the session again. Because I want to try two variants of the encounter. Or rather, of my own setup. Basically, the problem I think we're having is that Mogdrogen, as any super boss will, is skilling our... Oh, there's a Frozen Aster drop here. Is skilling our Hellhounds, which means we are not getting the benefits of our Infernal Breath damage reduction. And this is just gonna happen. I mean, if my Beast Caller cannot keep her pets alive consistently against him, how can this character ever hope to? So, since we are losing our damage reduction and we are not using Yugal as the devotion, we can address this problem using the Icebreaker relic. Icebreaker gives us a 5-meter radius aura, which deals some cold damage, we don't really mind, and applies 20% damage reduction for 2 seconds to enemies nearby. Now, this is not the ideal Icebreaker, the bonuses, the completion bonus isn't great, still better than nothing. This is simply the only one I had, because I was using them to craft Amatok's Grip, and this one was left over. So with this, I know I can kill Mogdrogen. That's guaranteed, I already tried. So let's do it. It might take a few attempts, because he is very rippy. I'm also gonna hide the quest log so it doesn't get in the way. Fight me again. So basically the problem is, in his human phase, he does these like shotgun projectiles, 5 projectiles, and if you eat all of them at the same time, without damage reduction, I die. I thought a good way to kill him is gonna be to fight the werewolf form and just do my damage then, but that doesn't work, because, well, I mean, it does, I do deal damage to him, but the problem is that he has 50% damage absorption when he's werewolfed. So my damage tanks. It's not a good time for me to be trying to DPS him. Another thing that I need to watch out for are these chill mains, or whatever they're called. The rocks that they throw really hurt. So I need to clear them out. I didn't need to dodge that, it actually isn't dangerous. Yeah, these icebreakers, the rocks can shave like half of my health, and I'm already pressed for survivability. Yeah, he's going nicely. But he does hurt. Again, one of those chill mains, kill that. Yeah, that's a lot of health that I'm losing to them. Oh, okay. The werewolf hurts too. Use these to sustain. Again, chill main. Ow. I don't think he has an enrage. I've been looking out for it in Grim Tools, and he doesn't seem to empower. The transformation is his enrage, I guess, but that stays the same. Yeah, again, these chill mains. Hurting like hell. Don't trip me now. There we go. Okay, so with this we can kill him. It wasn't the smoothest. In fact, last time I fought him it went better. But yeah, we can do this. Now the question is, can we do this without Icebreaker? I mean, if the biggest deal in this fight is, oh, you just have to swap a relic to win, that's fine for us. But I'm hoping we could do it up front. Because this is a lot of damage that we're getting. The proc 22% attack speed, like that is a ton. Plus percent bonuses. It's not in a radius, so it doesn't apply to our pets. But I think it was rippier than I expected. It was rippier than last time. Unfortunately, I cannot fight him in the same session, so I am going to make use of this session by also going to fight Baronath, because there is an item he drops that I want to get. And I feel like last time I didn't give him a fair shake, or rather, he didn't have the opportunity to do much. He died so fast. So I want to give him a little more space to like figure out what he does, what his moveset is. Plus, I'm hoping he not only drops a legendary that I need for the next character, but he also can drop several of these potion modifications that are account-wide. So once I get them, I am set forever. I don't think this character in particular wants any of them. They seem all kind of conditional. Total damage modified, 30. Oh, really? Okay, then I wasn't paying attention. Oh yeah, no, you are right. I did see that one. I was looking, because I was preparing to fight multiple of these super bosses, I was checking through a number of them and forgot which ones do and which ones don't have an enrage. I think Ravager doesn't, Kalagadra might. See, I looked it all up, and then because I looked so much of it up, I immediately forgot, so all research was basically useless. It's a shame that you can't fight the base game Mogdrogen multiple times, because I did want to try because I was playing fairly cautiously, trying to get out of his Thunderstorm, but I was wondering if I could just stand in it, possibly. But I can't try anymore. He's dead, and he's not coming back. Okay, so Prodromos again. I don't think this guy has particular item he drops, but I could be wrong. Last time he just dropped a normal monster infrequent. Yeah, same thing today. Maybe he does have a legendary, it's just rare. Okay, so what can you do? I didn't even see his intro, because like I saw this big ass arena last time, and I thought, okay, so I'm gonna blow the horn, and Baronath is gonna land here. No, he lands up there, and I missed it. And then I basically killed him in this small space without him getting to do much. Well, howdy, sir. I don't know how it suddenly became sudden. I also keep forgetting to apply my Draculas. Okay, you have a Sunder. Good for you. Nah, it's the same deal. Not particularly scary. Okay, do you drop something for us, maybe? I did get a Soul Echo. That might have been from Mogdrogen, though. No, no blueprints. I guess I'm gonna farm him off stream then. Or, I mean, I will come back here when I try Mogdrogen again in the next session, but yeah, he doesn't seem to have a high drop rate. Okay, so that was successful. One last thing that I'm gonna do in terms of efficiency, I'm gonna go back to Frail Valley, gather some Frozen Aster, and then we are going to retry Mogdrogen again. This time it's gonna be nastier by quite a bit, because I'm basically working without damage reduction. It's possible this character simply cannot do it without damage reduction. I wouldn't be surprised, because I was getting very close to dying on that attempt when I had it, so logically it should mean that on the one I don't, I get one shot, like I did the first time. Now there's Igron. He can drop us a Aspect of Baronath. I can... You know what, hang on. I was gonna refer you to a build guide that or build overview that I posted for it. It's outdated. Actually, no, I do need to post a link to the build directly because I changed the build since. It was originally, give me a second. It was originally a tri-elemental conjurer. I was converting the pets using Bismiel's Mindweaver. But I since swapped it fully to physical because in the intervening patches, basically I finished the build in 9.8. And since then, they have changed Beast Caller to be a bit more physical focused. There's the link. Should be updated, right? Actually, I'm gonna look at it just to make sure. Is it updated? Yeah, it is the updated version. Okay, so that's the one that I'm using. Okay, there is another Frozen Aster here. There we go. I'm eventually, like, not anytime soon, but I'm eventually gonna go over all of my old builds and make, like, basically stream me updating them if there's any interest in that. A lot of those builds were kind of memes, so a lot of them will just need re-leveling from scratch anyway. So those will be a stream in its own right, but some of them just need some upgrades and updates, and then I'm gonna post build guides for those when they're done. There's one more Frozen Aster location up top. I'm just killing these because they can also drop Aspects of Baronath. Not very likely, but they can. Soul Echo. I'm not complaining. Should probably be picking this up to refund some money, but screw it. And there is the last location of the Frozen Aster is here. It's not here. Okay, so I'm gonna start a new session and try Mogdrogen a few more times. This is definitely not gonna be a first attempt without the damage reduction. I'm actually thinking, can I maybe do something to my potions? A Stormfang set, is that the Devastation one? The Devastation Winds of Esterkarnor, right? Yeah, I also have a plan for that, but it's probably gonna be something I do further down the line. Because next character is gonna be a Were Raven as well. And I don't want to repeat that playstyle too close to each other. I'm gonna take a look if I can maybe optimize my healing potion a little bit. Because there is one thing I can do to improve my damage reduction. And it is this. I can replace this with Expulsimum. This one, I don't even remember which boss you get it from, but I farmed it, I believe, off stream. Oh, I think it drops from Chieftain Guruldir, the same guy that drops the cleavers that we were using for leveling. This will apply some damage reduction. It doesn't have full uptime because my potion has a cooldown of... what is it? 7 seconds, and this has a 4-second duration. So it's not foolproof, but it might do the trick. I could theoretically, instead of reducing the cooldown, improve the potency, but I think it's better to have higher uptime. Cataclysm set. That is a set that I've never figured out exactly the right place to use it. Because it's such open-ended set that you really, like, don't have any direction to take it in. Okay, so we're gonna try this again. This is definitely gonna go poorly. I know that, but just want to see if I can maybe learn his pattern somehow, or if it's just full. You have to be able to face tank him, or you are not standing a chance. The Expulsivum should definitely help. It's not consistent, but it might be good enough. So, apply my lifesteal, apply my armor. I'm gonna open a rift, because I'm gonna probably be running here a few times before I get it right. If I can get it right. Okay, let's be having you. Twice you have shown your prowess. You will need this fury for what awaits, but do not let it go to your head. The warrior who remains alert even in victory is the one who survives to speak of it. I wish to battle again. Yes, keep your wits sharp. Are you prepared then? I'm not sure it has much to do with wits, but sure. Ow. Oh, that's the blood main again, or chill main. Apply damage reduction. Summon doggos. Wow, that hurts. One good shotgun and I'm dead. Again, these rock throwers. And he runs closer to you too. That's mean. That's mean, Mogi. Okay, let's see the enrage then. How bad is it? Ah, bit. Woo! Let me live. Oh, fuck. These rock throwers piss me off. It's a good thing that he's providing me enough things to lifesteal from at least. Okay, I'm not happy with this. I'm gonna bleed out. Yeah. Okay, but that wasn't bad for a first attempt. It is a bit more panicky than the consistent damage reduction that I was using before. But we can do it. Just thinking, is there something else I should be using on the potion? I think the lifesteal is necessary. Maybe the shield, the 50% shield isn't that good. Because it gets broken very quickly and I really need like the sustained survivability. But I don't think there's anything I can apply that will help. Maybe I could put the Expulsivum here. No, but then I'm not amplifying the potion modifier because I need to reduce the cooldown. No, I think I can do it with this. It might just take a few attempts. I got close. Close enough. He's gonna be still hostile, so I can just curse him. there's the werewolf. Was that ghoul? I'm not comfortable with the fact that I'm standing so inside his model. I should probably not be, because I'm eating more of his projectiles than I need to. Yeah, that's the problem with using Rip and Tear, though. It keeps getting you closer. We can get rid of those Yetis before they tear me apart. Oof. Why are you not taking damage all of a sudden? Okay. Yeah, that is worse. That is distinctly worse. If I get rid of the Menhirs, can I place something better there? I don't think I have too many options. Menhirs isn't really helping long term, right? So what can I do? This definitely not. I'm active cost per second. That is dangerous. Because that means basically if I get pushed to low health, I will kill myself. And sometimes I do need to run. I could amplify the armor gain even more. Base properties are disabled, I don't care about my energy. Base potency, no, don't care. Energy. Yeah, so I'm gonna try this. There's also this Sanso Chromatis, which I could use for restoration over time to supplement my lifesteal, but I think the main problem is just not getting one shot. So if I just amplify the armor, that is 100% uptime. So it goes from, what was it, 38 to 50? Yeah, 38 to 50. That could be one improvement that I can make. Okay, let's see how that goes. But hey, if the entire answer to the problem is, hey, just use Icebreaker instead, that's a easy solution. Again, these ice mains, get off my ass. All doggos are gone. Ow. I shouldn't be doing this. Shouldn't be running off when I get this proc. Because that gives me Untamed Rage, which gives me damage reduction. I can actually afford to stand in there after. This is a bit of a problem. Oof. His damage reduction is down. Oh, it's up again. Ah. Okay, please die. Please and thank you. Are these guys also applying some sort of curse? Deafening Screech. Your Hippo Raven's screech overwhelmed your senses, reducing your ability to focus. I don't know what that does. Don't one-shot me, you're almost dead. Oh, why did I say that? What did you say? What about Reverum Expulsum? No, armor does a lot against him because his projectile shotgun, which is the main thing that's hurting me, is partially lightning and partially physical. So I do need to reduce that. We were so close. I think maybe he just has like spikes in damage in terms of like his damage range might have a wide range, so sometimes I just roll poorly and get ripped. Do I even care about these chill mains? I could maybe use them for lifesteal later. Because they're not hurting as much as I remember from the first attempt that I did off stream. We don't have our damage reduction currently, so try not to get one shot. Getting these. Need to go. Oof. Damn it. Something stunned me. Well, I know what. Mogdrogen, but... it's handy that he summons these. Okay, kill him. Or rather, damage him while he's under damage reduction. Okay, this is not nice. I need to break. Did he heal? Seemed like he recovered some health or something. Again, at the verge of death, he almost kills me. Okay, I need to make some distance. Recover. Damage reduction. He should be dead. Come on! Just die already. Yes. Okay. So with some potion modification, we can do it. Nice. Woo! Man. Not cute. I might take a little bit of a break from fighting super bosses, because that is a lot of button spamming to apply all of my buffs, debuffs, potions and stuff. So, is this the setup that I would be using anyway otherwise? I think the shield has kind of lost its appeal anyway. Because I'm so up in the face of everything that, yeah, sure, it will protect me from the first one shot. It's not gonna protect me from the next one. So I guess the shield isn't as valuable as I thought. It could be good for ranged characters, but probably not for this. So yeah, just stack up the armor, which goes from 2,300 to 3,300. Not bad. The damage reduction, I mean, it's not necessary for most things, so this could go back to what I was using before. But against super bosses, this might be handy. I'm gonna once again go slap around Berenath for the drop. run Frail Valley once, and then we're gonna continue Ashes. I also did forget, or not forget, but I didn't complete the Tomb of the Heretic that I have quest for from the Noctukari. Once because I got screwed over by the Dread, which I was unable to banish because of a bug. And second time because I got belly one-shot by Kai-san, which that is something I did not expect to happen. So let's just quickly embarrass Bernath once again. It's technically a Celestial boss, though, I think. Okay, let's do this. I can't see shit. There you go. Sounds like something nice dropped. Stonebearers, Scales of Bernath, Chains of Nightfire. Our Rumor is maxed out. Also, we were missing some more damage. Oh, Glacial Redeemer, no, that's just double rare. I should not even show those anymore. I've concluded that double rare normals just are not worth it. They'll never outperform Monster Frequency no matter what. Even if their affixes could be better, which I don't think they can be. I think the way it works is Monster Frequency and normal rares can have the same exact ascended affixes anyway. I'm not even gonna bother with you. You could spawn a little faster, I must say. If every time you're running Bernath, you have to wait for this guy to pop out. Good night. Void Steel Gauntlets. Are those the... No, I need Void Rend Talents for the next character. Which I had on this character and I sold them. So if I don't find them naturally, I might just GT stash those in preparation for the next character. You should work on your landings, dude. Edge, first phase. Ah, get down here. Oh, that's Thunders. I didn't even see that swing. I don't know what that ground effect is, but it reminds me eerily of the Dread, so I'm not gonna mess around with it. Oh, you summon heroes. Cute. What? Why can't I click you suddenly? What's going on? Oh, now he's... That seems like a bug. He was on the ground, but unassailable. Yeah, so it's the same ground effect that the Dread has. Okay. At least it's consistent, so you know what you're going into. Ah, there we have Potentis. So this one, chance to pass through enemies, 200% main damage. Stuns, reduced offensive ability. Ah, not bad. So that is one account-wide upgrade. I think he drops like 2 or 3 more. It's 9 projectiles. What is the distance of it? I'm gonna test it out, so that I know what I'm building with for future characters. I wish this threw me out back in near the portal. So let's go find our alchemist. There you are. So for the time being, let's replace this with our new Potentis, right? Yeah. Okay, what does it look like? Oh, it's omnidirectional. Yeah, if you amplify this... No, wait. Why is it showing 150? Oh, it was showing 300 because of potion modifier? Because now it's 150, it was showing a different number when I was picking it up. So yeah, on this it would be... If I alter it here on Potentis, it's 300 with everything. So it was showing the highest number with this 50% and with this 50%. So 300 is the max. And it's only for 3 seconds. Like, it's not a consistent debuff that you can use as your survivability tool. It will protect you against some spikes, but offensive ability I found isn't that big of a problem. I mean, I have 3,500 defensive ability, and I'm still taking a shitload of damage. Like, it can protect you against a crit maybe, but it's not great. I feel like the thing that I think is good about it is the main hand damage and the fact that it's ranged. So like if you apply this to your healing potion, or like you keep it on your energy potion and you use Dracula's for lifesteal, this can be a pretty decent like sustain tool. Every few seconds you just pop this, blast the screen, get some health back. If you combine that with Expulsimum and have both, have both, and then have lifesteal from your other potion that's constantly up, you could basically have a second healing potion. This would heal you, and this would blast enemies and lifesteal for you. It's like there's some potential here. So what was I using? I was using Cerebellum, and this was the same. Okay, so that's that. I'm gonna stash my 2 heads that I've just farmed. 1 Mog head, 2 Mog head. Not this. Okay. We'll sell the rest. We didn't get a double rare as far as I recall. Oh, not a double rare that's monster infrequent at least. So this swap isn't necessary, that's good to know. As long as you tailor your potions to the fight. I mean, if we tried long enough, I'm sure I would be able to do it even without the potion swap. Because the fact that my damage reduction was so inconsistent meant that in spikes he could still one-shot me, but he didn't. At least not on the second attempt. So we can work with this even without the swap, but the swap seems like an easier solution. Simple 20% damage reduction all the time as long as you're in melee with him. It was much more comfortable. And even the first fight that I did was a poor imitation of the first time I tried it with the damage reduction relic. I kind of embarrassed him. Unfortunately, it was off stream, because of course it was. So, am I gonna just run Frail Valley one last time? One final hurrah, because we're almost done with Fangs of Estekarn. There is one more thing that I know about. If you get the monster infrequent from Baronath, then I've already found a hidden orb that's like basically uninteractable for us now. But if you get the horn, the monster infrequent from Baronath, and carry it over there, I think you get a quest when you pick it up to like activate the orb, and it will allow you to turn that monster infrequent orb or the horn into a different horn. There's gonna be a new crafting recipe for it. That is something I still want to do, but I might just farm the horn off stream. Because if the boss fight is no challenge, which it looks like it isn't, then there's no point streaming it. It would be a dull watch. Though that said, after we have just fought a Celestial, I feel like Ashes is gonna be kind of dull, so I'm gonna amp things up a little bit. I'm still in the market for more soul echoes, soul fragments, and Ashes of Awakening, plus aspects of Baronath, so I might try to amp up my drop rates of some of these materials. Oh, the crafting station becomes available in Kernhold, that's nice. I'm gonna check, Igron isn't here. Right. Okay, so that's it for Fangs for now. I'm also, one more thing that I want to do, actually I can do that in Devil's Crossing, that's easier. I'm going to reactivate the Dread, because it was turned off for now, because I don't want it to be spawning on me while I'm fighting Mogdrogen. That would be mean, and I know it can do that. Release the Dread. Oh, and I said I was gonna amp up the game and that I left Kernhold. I wish the Ascension Altar could maybe be shared with some other settlements, so that you don't always have to come back here. It also means you basically don't have access to it until you complete a good portion of the game. So Celestial Lotuses, that's double rare drops, I don't care. This, I need to save all of the Celestial Essence I have, because I'm gonna be summoning Kalakadra eventually. I'm not spending Echoes. Resplendent Troves, why not? It's just health. Void-marked chests seem very effective in terms of Ashes drop rate. Iron bits. I mean, I could farm up some iron bits, but... it's probably not worth the debuffs. And the last thing I wanted... Tempest Totems are kind of attractive to me. And... Soul Fragments and Echoes. Now something, oh actually I don't remember now what it was. I saw on the forum somebody posting a bug report that something is not working. I think the totem, the Bloodbound totem might not be working. No, the Tempest Totems, it wasn't it. What was it? Oh, it was the spawn rate of the Resplendent Trolls wasn't working, I think. One of these two. I would have to look it up. Actually, I am going to look it up. Just so I'm not wasting valuable resources on something that actually doesn't do anything. Bug reports. Where is it? Bug reporting. God, how far deep? How deep did it get buried? In the forums. Aspect of Baronath has no effect on Ascendant spoils. So this one, which I'm not using. What? It's roguelike spoils. So this should work fine. So we're going back to Ashes. We have a number of quests unresolved. Namely, we have to hunt down those beasties for Barrowholm. One of them is in Gloomwald. The nearest spawn point, I think, is here. Oh, there's our Tempest Totem, so I'm gonna kill that. Ignore everything else. It's the problem that I had with the Dread. I'm not sure I explained it at the start of the stream. I rewatched the footage, and two things that I noticed. Number one, I need to direct my dogs better. Because the Dread has an attack, the big cleave swing, that hits in a 70-degree attack arc. Bind the 3 whites in Utakunar if you're Necro. Whoa, that's interesting. I don't have a Necro currently. And my next character is gonna be a Necro, so if that's an option, I'm gonna do that. Yeah, as I was saying, the Dread has a like 70-degree attack arc cleave with like insane lifesteal on it. If I'm standing right next to my hounds. I get hit, the hounds get hit, and the dread heals for like 10% of its health. So I need to direct my hounds in the opposite direction to where I am, if I am drawing aggro. That's one thing. Second thing, I need to be careful about terrain and preferably not fight the dread on dark terrain. Because last time I was wondering like, okay, my health dropped low and I was hitting the dread and wasn't lifestealing at all. Where did my damage go? Well, I had a pinky finger or pinky toe in the pool that it spawns. That was like, it was down a slope, so it looked like it shouldn't be hitting me. I was slightly touching it, which meant 90% of my damage was gone. So that's why I died. And in a challenge dungeon too, which is annoying. So, start the Tempest Totem. Focus the Tempest spawns because they can sunder. Ooh! Okay. They can more than a sunder, they can kill. Even without it. Interesting that these ones are not using it. I know they have a sunder. Why wasn't it activating? Oh, Apocalypton, excellent. The only place you can get Apocalypton. You also cannot turn Apocalypton into other pieces of the same set. What is that? Oh, that's Arctic. So you need to get the right pieces of Apocalypton to make it work. And I will want 2 pieces or 2 sets of that entire outfit because I have 2 different builds planned for it. The Zealot and... what is the other one? Dreadnought. So I would get a marker, right? If he was here. One of the Wendigos. So not here. Another spawn point is up by this other building. Yep, there he is. So that's Handeroth. These guys, I'm not sure it's still true, but they have like unique helmets that they can drop, or they're only epics. So they have a unique helmet that basically nobody will use. Which is kind of sad. I'm hoping those get awakened. Soul Echo, that's very nice. Wish it was a fragment, but sure. Wild Blood Crusher, an uncraftable set. Okay, so that's this guy. This is the southernmost guy. The next one is somewhere up in here. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of exploring. Also, we have a quest here to finish this one Wraith. I also realized I missed 2 lore notes in Barrowholm, so I'm gonna get those while I'm there.
Have you purged the circles of power?
It is done.
Good. I can already feel power gathering within the ritual circle. When you are ready, let's speak of what we must do next.
How can I help?
Everything is in place to perform the ritual which will reactivate our wards and seal off the refuge from malevolent forces. However, this is no rudimentary spell. It will take every fiber of my being to maintain concentration. The raw eldritch energies flowing through the circle will destabilize the area, possibly causing anomalies to form. As you now have experience dealing with wraiths and other threats of Ugdenborg, I think it is fitting that you see to my protection. Will you help me? When you are prepared, place your hands upon the fetish at the center of the ritual, and we shall begin.
I must say, I feel sorry for the voice actress having to do this voice. I can feel the strain in her vocal cords. Okay, let's do it. Where's the stone basilisk? There he is. Interesting that I can lifesteal from him. Court of Violent Decay. Very nice belt. Actually, I think I have some plans for that one because of the conversion. So I should probably save it.
Praise the three. The ritual was a success. Forgive me for treating you so harshly at first. I prefer a healthy measure of skepticism of those who wander into our refuge. Please, take this as a small token of our thanks.
It is a very nice ring, I must say. I have a few things that I want to save up in my stash before I forget. So I got a double rare, one of those
No questions asked.
spears from the Tempest-born guys. So weapons, I want to save that absolutely. This is a very interesting item. Attack arc on savagery, lightning savagery. Iskandra's elemental exchange, so that would be a melee, two-handed melee druid with attack arc. And max attack speed on savagery, just passively. 2-second duration on mirror. That could be so abusable, I think. If you get like the Eternity Relic for Arcanist and maybe the Aeon's Hourglass as Devotion, could you possibly maybe end up permanently in Mirror? I mean, this doesn't have any cooldown reduction, so I'm guessing no. I'm sure they will have tested that to make sure you can't abuse it too much. So that's that. I wanted to get the belt stashed up as well. There's the uncraftable set that I want to save. Yes, so that is Apocalyptic Shoulders. I'm still missing one piece. I'm guessing it's an amulet or a medal. And I wanted to save one more thing. This thing looks interesting. Oh, it's level 84. I'll find one of those. It's also... What the hell? It's giving a poison damage over time bonus to Shadow Strike, but then it's purely elemental amulet. So they're expecting you to convert it to some elemental version, I guess. Otherwise, yeah, and it even gives you elemental resistance reduction on an amulet. That is actually excellent, because their tri-elemental resistance reduction basically doesn't exist on jewelry. Most other damage types have, like I have a ring for Golden Aether. Most do have something, but Tri-Elemental didn't. I'm actually gonna save it because this is really nice. That's the wrong stash tab. Okay, that's that. I don't need to save Wild Blood because I already have a complete one. And I already have a build around it anyway. So, as much as it pains me, this is kind of a lore playthrough still, so I am going to talk to Malostria. Hopefully she speaks a little faster this time, or it's not voiced, because she explains some important stuff about the Coven and the cults. What would you like to know? How did you become the matron? Okay, she's not, so I can read through it. A fair question. I am not the oldest here, and certainly not the wisest. Matron Agalia was my predecessor, a wizened old crone who was here nearly as long as Rugia. She oversaw our transition from a power-seeking gathering for the most powerful witches into a safe haven for all of our kind. Agalia was also the architect of the ritual that now protects this place. All of us here owe our survival to her wisdom. It was her pupil and also her... Oh, I was her pupil and also her means of communing with those outside the refuge. My ability to reach out across the Aether and confer a message to our future sisters proved instrumental in growing our numbers. Oftentimes the new arrivals would look to me as their savior, which, while not entirely true, offered them a measure of comfort. When Agalia was on her deathbed, she selected me to be her successor. There was no objections. How does the warding spell work exactly? Doesn't she explain to you how the Coven basically got wiped out by the witch gods almost? Or like the leaders of it? Maybe she's not the one that does it. How does the warding spell work exactly? The exact properties of it were known only to its creator, former matron Agalia, may her soul find rest. While it does not keep out physical threats, it does distress beasts and forces most of them to flee. It also acts as a barrier against malevolent spirits, a much too common threat in this region. What its effects would be on an ethereal, that I do not know. I suppose we will find out should they ever find their way here. What about the Wendigo? The Wendigo spirit still holds great sway over these parts, but our wards should hold. Although I would advise you to consider your allegiances with the people of Barrowholm carefully. Do not make the same mistake as Genaxia. Ravager is a being not to be trifled with. What is next for the Coven? We shall commune to grow our community here and invite all the mistreated and lost sisters roaming the ravaged world. We will nurture their powers and ensure they handle them safely, more than the fallen empire ever did. What about those threatening our world? We've already lost, that much is clear to me. Now we must look after our own, protect those who we can instead of throwing our lives away for a fool's hope. So just hide here while the rest of us die? What would you have me do? Many here are either too young to fight or too old. Would you have me send the blind seer into battle alongside the remnants of your legion? It is my responsibility to care for the well-being of my people, and I fully intend to keep them alive. Fair enough. Okay, so Rugia maybe has the information that I'm looking for, but she's down south and she didn't want to talk to me. Maybe now that I have a reputation with them.
I can smell the questions upon you.
Well, she will have a quest for us in the future. You're right, I do have questions. Words are spoken, yet they carry no meaning. We are all lost in the great darkness that shall consume us all. What do you hope to glean? Oh, I think she talks complete nonsense the whole time. Why do you speak this way? The many-eyed fiend robbed me of sight. Yeah, that is Drieg. But he has granted me vision. That is something Drieg would do. Now I see all, feel all, dream all. What is the history of the Coven? Rugia's blank eyes stare through you. A question, but what does it truly ask? We are as one, nothing less. Where before we were many, but not as one. The rune sign pursued, but not here. Oh, rune sign, that's gonna be the Inquisitors, probably. But not here, never here, for here dwells death. Nothing more to be said. Yeah, no, she will not tell me anything. How did you come to join the Coven? One of the first I was, young and full of spite. My sisters are all gone, whisked away by eldritch dreams. Maybe Garadia tells us. Also, there was an NPC that I talked to in the cellar of Port Valbury. And I was wondering, she is looking for her daughter, which was one Aldrich's daughter. She was sent away or something like that. And I was wondering, I thought somebody in here, an NPC, has some information about that. I looked it up later. It's not here, it's in Forgotten Gods. So I'm gonna go to talk to that NPC to continue that story. It's not a quest or anything, but just for the completion's sake, since this is my one and only lore playthrough that I'm gonna be doing.
I would like to thank you on behalf of all of us here at the Refuge. You have done us a great service in restoring the wards.
I have some questions. Yeah, this will be the information that I'm looking for, I think. Can you tell me about the Coven's history? Decades ago, the Coven was not nearly as inviting. It was a pact of witches dedicated to furthering their craft, performing rituals that bent the laws of reality, and reached for the gates of the Eldritch Realm itself. Pursued relentlessly by the Luminari, the Coven sought safety within the forsaken places of the world, which led them here to Ugdenbog. Their thirst for power eventually brought them to discover the location of the Altar of Ratosh, where they were able to transcend beyond rudimentary rituals. But this also drew the ire of the Three. Having foolishly reached for the realm of the gods, the Coven was punished and their leaders burnt alive with eldritch fire. The rest swore off use of the altar entirely from fear of further retribution. In stark contrast to its origins, the Coven became more open to who it invited into its fold, and began to reach out to other witches that struggled to survive under the Empire's heel. Our numbers grew, and in numbers we found safety. You could try speaking to Rugia about this matter. She is the only one left among us who was alive during that time, though she may not be very open to the subject. Yeah, she tells us jack and shit at the same time. The Three, we know who the Three are, but might as well. Yes, the three witch gods Bismiel, Drieg, and Solal. They are the masters of the Eldritch Realm. Not really. The source of power for most witches, including myself. Some here even find solace in their worship, though I cannot say what comfort such worship brings. Well, definitely don't worship Solal, I'll tell you that much. Why is Ugrenborg such a treacherous place? The harsh environment breeds tough beasts capable of withstanding it. That is nature. Though perhaps not all that has transpired within this bog is entirely natural. The altar of Ratosh is a testament to this area's darker past. Why do you think the altar was built here? Perhaps because the veil between the living and the dead is thinner here. Why that is, I could not tell you. Perhaps a violent ritual once took place here that birthed something into this world? Whatever the cause, locations such as this are not too common, so there must be some correlation. Interesting. Okay, so Rugia will tell us nothing, but I can go talk to the one NPC. I do not remember their name. Maybe I will remember when I see it. I think it was guy with the Solal cult. Definitely not this guy. Icon, it's not gonna be these. I think it's someone on the low ground, maybe? Ryken, who are you?
Good, you found a place.
No, not you. Those are the people I rescued. Nika, who are you? Welcome, brother. I hear you've made a pledge to Our Lady Bismil. It is a noble thing to do, though I'm sure you know Bismil expects a great deal from her followers. No, that's not her. Maybe it's in the Dreek camp? Do I have to look it up? Darian. Well, if isn't the talk of the camp, you know who I am, of course. Nah, that's not gonna be it. Okay, well, I might have to look it up then. I know it was somewhere in here. Let me just alt-tab real quick. Alice, I even googled it, so it should be in my history. Grim Dawn Alice, yep, there it is. Darian in the Cult of Dreek. Where is Darian? Come on, let me walk. I hate this place. Let me walk on this bridge. Thank you very much. Is Darian maybe... Who is this? Alien, Seer of Dreek, that's not relevant. If I can't find him here, maybe he's in the Vanguard. These are not interactable. And that's all of Cult of Dreek. So is he really in the Vanguard? If anybody but knows, let me know the answer. There aren't many options, right, where people from the Cult of Dreek can be. Indala, Vorak. Nope. I have no idea where that person is then. Okay, well, we are gonna move on. So... Back to the Coven. We are going to finish the Barrowholm quest. That will allow us eventually to summon the Ravager. Now, I know which Ravager I need to pick. Just gonna check. There is no Darian in here, right? This is all women. Actually, no, that's not true. There are some Guardians that are not... Yeah, he's not here. Okay, I don't know who that is. Maybe they appear later. Maybe I was in the right place, but the NPC just doesn't spawn until I progress further. So, this next guy, I believe, has a number of spawn points throughout here. I just have to kind of roam around and see what I can find. They usually keep to these, yeah, high ground areas, not the bog itself. It's Uvalas. It's Uvalas Heart, and the next one is close to Barrowholm. If I just go due south, this guy and the last one I killed, was it Uvalos? They can have the southernmost spawn of this Olivia that I'm looking for, and the northernmost spawn of Uvalos can almost overlap. So sometimes they are on top of each other. Not literally. Get your mind out of the gutter. So, no totems. Ah, there he is. Excellent. Don't have to run through the entire bog. Okay, there's the heart. So we can take that back to Barrowholm. And summon Ravager. Now I know which Ravager I want to pick out, not for reasons of like, oh, this is gonna be the easiest one to fight for this build. But one Ravager I've already killed, the Ravager of Flesh, I've already killed on the Beast Color Conjurer so many times, I don't really need more of his helmets anymore. I have 3, and I can have as many as I want. So I'm going to sacrifice Jordith. So for those who don't know, depending on which person you sacrifice for this ritual, you get a different version of Ravager. And they each have their own monster infrequent.
The stench of rotting hearts follows you, outsider. Come, bring them to me.
Actually, I shouldn't say monster infrequent because it is very frequent. It drops 100% of the time. They actually found Laria, even though I lied to them. Is that Laria's body?
Yes, we would not want to waste a perfectly good corpse now, would we? You must have chased her far. Ravager will enjoy her heart.
Here are the hearts.
Yes, these should satisfy Ravager's hunger for a time once he is reborn. Now be gone, outsider, before I give in to my urges to gut you with my knife.
Wait, what?
It is Ravager. I do not know what I had done to scorn the Great One, but here, on the hour of his imminent return, the spirit demanded that the honor of selecting a chosen to serve as his flesh and blood go to you. To you, an outsider. 3 have already come forward. The blood of one of them shall serve as the catalyst, and the flesh will feed the Wendigo. It falls to you. Will it be Orin who performs the final rite? Or her brother, Jordan? Or perhaps Tyval? Speak to the Chosen and decide.
Does the Chosen have to die?
Although it pains me to lose an acolyte, it truly does, it is ultimately the will of Ravager that we all must serve. The Great One shall feast upon their flesh, and through it he shall be born anew.
I'll do it. Okay, so we want to sacrifice Jordith. Which is...
Blood shall spill, and the Great One shall feast. We're all but servants before him.
Shall we join in blood at this glorious event? Will we partake of flesh and become closer to our god? I know that Ravager has selected you to decide between his favorite children, but I cannot help but wonder why. You are not of our people, and have not partaken of the flesh. Who will it be? Why should I choose you? While Tyvold may be our protector and my sister the sage, I am the faithful successor to Scorv himself. My devotion to the Great Wendigo goes beyond the others. I sacrificed upon the altar. I gave my own blood to bring Ravager closer to us all. This next sacrifice is only the next logical step in my spiritual journey. There's no real clues as to what type of Ravager you're getting, it's just, you have to know. So I'm going to sacrifice Jordith, because that's the...
Massive burden and honor has been placed upon you, outsider. Think about this carefully.
That's the version that I have only one copy of the helmet for. I think I've decided.
Who shall serve as the Ravager's flesh?
I choose Jordith Evelyn.
Ever devoted, Jordith is Ravager's perhaps most zealous follower. A fitting conclusion to his prayers. I will proceed with the ceremony then.
Scarmakers. Cute. Pierce and Cold, Onslaught, Avalanche, Shadow Strike. So, before we tango here, which I have no idea how it's gonna go. I have very little experience with this fight even before Sunder was introduced, and I have not fought him since Sunder was introduced. Actually, that's not true. I have fought him with the Conjurer, the Beast Caller, but again, that doesn't really count. Basically just stand there and watch him die. Oh, also, if you are first time in this town, and it all seems a little good to be true, picking up those lore notes will give you hints that something is off here. So, firstly, Orin's recipe. A decent cut of meat is a rare sight these days, so it is imperative that we treat every opportunity to feast upon a fresh kill with great reverence. Though I found cuts from our recent quarries to be a bit tough and lean, they're not entirely unpleasant, much like a freshly slaughtered deer. And while I initially found the taste nauseating, I've become increasingly fond of its delicate layers and nuances. They're talking about cannibalism, in case you don't know. As one of the favorite among Skorv's company, I've generally had my pick of the best cuts, so I always enthusiastically go for a butchered portion of leg or upper arm. That should be a alarming part. Arm? Which animals in here have arms? Not many. Leaf manes, maybe? I asked to leave the bone in, as it really seals in the flavor and keeps the meat juicy after cooking. Nevertheless, my recent experimentations reveal that a shorter cooking time is by far the most satisfying. So she wants them rare. Nice. With the addition of some finely chopped black onions and a gentle sprinkling of Whitemire herbs, seared alongside the meat, the still bloody cuts make for an exquisite experience that is the envy of everyone in Barrowholm. The critical trick is to sear it on the outside while leaving the inside still dripping with juices. Make it more disgusting, please. Skorv himself said that my inspirations could cure even a ravaging hunger, but I know he just says this to keep our spirits high. I am not worthy of such praise, or in Evelyn. Kinda wish I sacrificed her instead. What does the future hold? In these trying times, I often quiet myself in prayer. My mind fills with questions for which there cannot be answers, or, if there are, could we truly be meant to know them? The gods work in mysterious ways. Our patron gives and takes, but I believe he is generous to those who follow without question. I now understand the necessities of our existence, that our choices have consequences, and that we must bow our heads in reverence for all we had been given. We can never forget that without him, we would be as nothing. Our homes would be consumed by the waters of the bog, and our people devoured by the Wendigos that had succumbed to madness. From them, we must take example. Disobedience breeds death, and we must remain resolute in our commitment. Yeah. Learning lessons from the Wendigos, not a good idea. Okay, so usually, when I fight this motherfucker, what it devolves into is me kiting him to here. About here is his leash range, so he will run back, and basically you just run back and forth, land whatever hits you can, and eventually you will wear him down over the course of 20, 30, 40 minutes. And it's tedious, but it works. I'm gonna try to just stand there and fight, but because I have so little experience with this fight, don't expect this to go well on the first, second, third, fourth, or fifth try. But we have to learn sometime, right? So apply my potions, and let's see how bad this goes. He's actually voiced, but his audio is so low that you can't even hear it. What is this little thing that stands before me? Have you come to offer yourself to a god? May I ask some questions? I will indulge your curiosities. What are you? I am the hunger, the giver and the taker. But none who receive my gift hunger ever again. You stand before a primal force of nature, made manifest. Can I receive your gift? You wish to be remade in my image, to offer your soul to the Wendigo. An amusing request, but one I shall not grant you. You entertain me, human, but you reek of ethereal corruption. It is only by the mercy of all you have done for my servants that I do not tear you apart where you stand. I am corrupted by the ethereals? What a surprise! The primordial servant you may have left your body, but it has also left its mark. You are tainted, broken, not even worthy of standing before me. When this world is scoured of the dead gods and their pathetic servants, the likes of you shall be next. I have defeated mightier than you for less. That is actually true. You speak of Mogdrogen? That pathetic creature has been in decline for centuries. He and I shall meet again, and this time he shall not have the upper hand. As for you, do not mock me with your empty threats, worm. How's this for an empty threat? Okay, that's a sunder. No, that's not a sunder, that's a debuff. You've been shaken by the very presence of the Ravager. Oh yeah, that's a resistance debuff. I should try to not eat those, if I can. Okay, now I can re-enter. Oh, that's a sunder. How much? 91%. Okay, don't hit that. Okay, this time you sundered my doggos, not me. Oh, you keep sundering, huh? Oh, these rays sunder. Okay, so this version of the Ravager is a summon spammer, huh? I wish it wasn't so. That's gonna be really annoying. Where do I even fight him then? How big of a thunder is it? Is it the same? 110%. Yeah, okay. Ooh, this is gonna be nasty. I should have maybe picked the other one, but that one looked even worse. I ate it again. He applies it very quickly. How long do these guys last? Can I just tank him maybe? No, I can't. Okay, that's annoying then. So I have to maybe run around the place where I summon him and just basically try to DPS him down before the summons accumulate too much. I'm hoping they go away, right? They don't? How long do you last? Yeah, that's a 110% thunder. How long do you last? Okay, they do go... No, they don't go away. Seriously? That can't be right. You're just permanently screwed. Or this one is bugged out and is not despawning because everybody else disappeared. Okay, that's these guys. Okay, come here. The fact that they're homing. Ah, come on. I did not see that thunder at all. I feel like I don't actually have to dodge the thunder because he applies it so slow that by the time he actually starts swinging normally, afterwards it's already dropped off. Okay, this is a problem. Oh yeah, because there's a white here. Okay, but half of his health is already gone. Shouldn't have done that. And I have to avoid these. This is gonna be so annoying. The entire area is gonna fill up. And this is starting to abuse his leash range because he's not gonna follow me there. Come here. Oh no, I have a wraith on this end as well. Piece of shit. Stuck here. Where do I even fight you now? Back here? Immediately sundered. Man. That is so obnoxious. No, I can't dodge those like that. Did some of them maybe timeouts? No, these are still here. Fuck off. Am I eating it from the projectiles? Or what is sundering me? Where the hell do I even go now? What sundered me? Okay, some of these seem to time out. Oh, I ate all of that? He's almost dead, but I'm really out of space. It's getting worse. Okay, this is cleared up. Okay, that's doable then. If I don't keep eating the projectiles from the back. Okay, almost done. just lure you back here. Don't know what's under me there, didn't see it coming. Okay, he's dead. Huh. Not the most comfortable, but I guess I picked a bad Ravager version to fight. But I can do it. Okay, so that leaves us with only Kalagadra that we haven't killed. That is... You know, I must say, that is a big turnaround. Start of last stream, I was questioning this build's viability. Like, at all, not even thinking about Celestials, just overall for endgame, Shadow Realm, stuff like that. And now we've killed the Dread, both Mogdrogens, Ravager, all that's left is Kalagadra. I am very happy with that. Right, so what is the next objective? So we need to go to the Altar of Ratosh up here. We have Shadow Realm quest. You know what? Since I'm on a high, I have this lingering left over from the Noctukari. I'm gonna clear that off. The Dread is turned off, right? I should turn it back on, probably. At least for the run-up until that dungeon. No, it's still on. Okay. So we're gonna leave it on for now. Because I do want more practice with that fight. I have now just about broken even on it in terms of wins versus losses, but I think I can do better now. Since I've watched my footage from last stream, seen what I'm doing wrong. Obviously knowing what you're doing wrong and implementing on that, two different things. That's a Nemesis. Underking, maybe? Yeah. Thank you for the rock. Very generous of you. I can't see shit in here. Shouldn't matter. Okay, maybe you should. Oof. Almost ate that one. Okay, dead. Easy. Arcanum Frigus. Already have plans for that. That's gonna be my Evoker build, probably. Ooh. Blood-soaked Obsidian Bulwark. That is a double rare for Kalastor, so it's probably Purifier. Oh, I think the Kalastor could be anything. Doesn't even provide conversion, does it? Not local one, it does provide global, but if you convert it elsewhere, that's fine. And this could be a good universal item. I'm gonna pick this up because I'm gonna be clearing out my inventory anyway before I go into the dungeon. Blaze Seer I don't need anymore. I'm also seeing these Bismeal pants. I mean, I will have to reroll them so many times to get something useful. Mine are good. I'm just not gonna be changing my gear anymore. I'm killing Celestials, so that's good enough. I do want to then go watch somebody else fight this version of Ravager. I'm curious if it's always such a kite fest or if I'm just misplaying it somehow. Maybe people are just standing in the Sunders, but I don't think that's realistic. 110% increased damage from a Celestial. Seems like suicide. So, any totems, maybe? That's a no. Why do I increase their spawn rates if I don't get any then? I mean, granted, I'm not running ideal totem routes. This is the session that I beefed everything up in, right? By the way, I know that Ascendant doesn't affect Celestials, but I'm not actually sure if the Altar doesn't. Because I possibly made the fight against Ravager worse for myself than it needed to be. I should test that. So that I'm not spewing false information on these streams. If anybody has info on that. Like, I definitely know that if I spawned the Ravager on Ultimate, he had like 34 million health, and if I did it on Ascendant, he had the same health pool. So, like, the base difficulty modifiers don't affect him. But the Altar could be a different story. I also want to look up if the summons that he has are really not supposed to despawn. I mean, they did despawn, but it took an eternity. So there is one quirk of Grim Dawn, I guess. Things are not happening if you are off screen from them. Like, for example, if you're fighting Kalagadra and she summons those like shifting sands on the ground and you move away from that location, those shifting sands don't last long. But if you move away from that location, fight Kalagadra somewhere else, and then you kite back to the area where she cast it, the sands will still be there. They will basically be paused while you're away. So stuff that is supposed to be timing out isn't timing out. So it could be that I was supposed to be despawning those raids much faster, but it simply wasn't close enough. Obsidian Juggy. Okay, fingers crossed we don't get one shot by Kai-san this time. That was an embarrassing way to end the last stream after such a successful run. Okay, I'm gonna go banish the Dread now, because I don't want it to be screwing me over from this dungeon. And then finally, after so many promises of we're gonna make progress in Ashes of Malmouth now, and I always get distracted by something else in Fangs or a super boss or the Dread. So about time we make progress on that. So I don't think the orb is in the Conclave, so I need to go to Devil's Crossing probably. Banish, sell some of my shit. There is the double rare shield that I'm gonna keep. Blueprint for Blade Master I don't need. Okay, this one I wanna save. I think I had one extra double rare somewhere. Can't remember what it was though. Okay, so this stays. This wasn't double rare. Oh, I wanted to save the Arcanum Frigus, unless it's craftable. But I have plans for that. Okay, none of these are double rare. Okay, so I can sell everything. This goes in my stash. I don't think I will need the Icebreaker anymore, since I can... No, I will keep it in case I need it for Kalagadra. So this goes here. This goes into Super Boss items. This one, right? Yeah. Shields and offhands. And weapons, which is starting to fill up. And the fucking beaver wood goes away. Okay, so Dread is banished. We technically don't need to kill the Corvan Magi. We technically don't need to do any of this, but you know, completionism. It's a terminal disease. We did kill the Corvan Magi before I got screwed over by the Dread. So Hungering Darkness, that is the sealed chest, and then Morgoneth needs to die. Should open all chests because I have increased the spawn rate of the void marked containers, and I do want more ashes. But I'm not interested in fighting all of these. Unless you're a boss, I don't care. Oh, there is a nemesis. Ixal. Mr. Dispeller here. Whoop, almost ate it. Is that it? No, that's not it. This is it. He fires 2 dispel projectiles, which is nasty fake out. Elysian Gavel. That is a 200 lightning hammer. Savagery with no arc, spectral binding. Oh yeah, lightning necromancer. That is fascinating. That was one of the damage types that like necromancer basically didn't support outside of lightning bone harvest conduit, I think. And also we got a new crossbow that I also have plans for. I believe is it Infiltrator that I wanted to make around it? Oh, Trickster maybe. Yeah, try Elemental Savagery with 75% pass-through. This is gonna be one of the few ways that you can make pass-through on Upheaval again. Something that they have been trying to keep away from us for a long time. But this will let you do it. There's also a Chaos Rifle that gives you pass-through on, I believe, Onslaught. And you could do that and stake the Chaos Onslaught, Chaos Upheaval conduit. It's a bit inefficient, because that conduit also converts Savagery and you wouldn't be using that. And you could have Chaos pass-through Upheaval, which could be fun. As expected, Void Marked. Lots of Ashes. Sweet. Corvus Decapitator. Griffin Eye. Also have plans for that, but I think I will wait for a rare one. A double rare one to save. Oh, another chest. Ashes, Broadgeist. Sure. No, you are a hero. Soul Echo, another one. Nice, this is very lucrative. Armor of the Ice King. You know, where were you before I blew all of my materials trying to make this thing by force? I can check if it's... Actually, no. There's no way I'm replacing my armor. I already invested into Awakened Affixes. Ascended Affixes. That's way too expensive to redo. Now, in here we already bought the Frenzied Whispers blueprint for the Berserker conduit. I might as well kill the Magi, maybe they will drop the ring. I do not have a full collection of those rings ready for use if I need them. Sethris again, why? Hey, that guy. Rocks fall, everyone dies. Come here. Come here. Stop camping that spot. Nope, nothing. But Soul Echoes. Lights Defender Gauntlets. Sure. So what is our yield currently? We have a Fragment, some Ashes. And 4 Echoes. Huh. Not a bad haul so far. Also wouldn't mind for Morgoneth to drop his weapon. I already have 1, I think, but I could use a few more. No need to fight this. I'm basically just increasing my chance of getting a Nemesis again. Which could be a plus, but I want to complete this. Goodbye. And this is where I got the dread and got screwed over last time. Not gonna happen this time. Get me out. So we're just gonna beeline it for the chest. Glorious chest ahead. That's a soul echo for us, thank you very much. Another scion. Okay, so in here we're gonna have a bunch of these tentacly boys. Hello. Okay. D-tentacle. I should hide the items so they don't get in the way. That hurts. It's a lot of AoE. Oh, one more. I thought we were done. Am I stuck on something? Why can't I move? Okay, are we done? Yes, we are. Where's the chest? Oh, there it is. Anderos' amplifier, sign of noxious wounds. None of these I need to keep, but could fetch a good price. Should also start. Can I blow these up and get soul fragments? Probably not, right? But I can get aspects of better enough. Maybe I should start blowing up materials. 4 materials, I mean. Instead of selling for gold. Shopkeep is... I'm just gonna check for double rares, but not really anything I'm looking for any build in particular currently. Demons? Demons. Celestial, where are you? No, that's not Celestial, that's just what these guys do. Okay, is this a safe time to check? Nothing here. I can buy Ugdenbloom. Yeah, Destructive Whispers, I already have all of them. So, run, 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 run. I should clear this just in case this poops out a whole bunch of nasties. No, never mind. I can forget about clearing this because there's a portal. Beacon of Lost Souls. Yeah, these Ascendant spoils have apparently increased chance or maybe even guarantee to drop set items. Okay, I'm not liking this, having to fight both that and a Scion of Hunger. I don't have enough clarity of what's happening on screen. Okay, why am I taking so much damage? Oh, there's our... Fuck. I need to make space. This is not going according to plan. I want to see the Dispel coming. That's not it. Come on. How do I bait it out? Will you just... There it is. Also, I almost ate a Sunder hit there. Okay, there you go. That was a bit uncomfortable. And there's another Scion. Why? Where did you come from? And another one. What the hell? Why? How are there 3? It has suddenly got a lot more tense. Just running from a horde of enemies into a new horde of enemies. This place is so annoying. I'm just gonna pick it up and run. Exile's Dominion. Fender of the 3, sure. I think I already have this one. I'm just gonna pick everything. Okay, and just Morgoneth now. Let's see how much we beefed you up. If Mogdrogen cannot kill me, hopefully you can't either. That was this shotgun. Oh, that was bad. Prefer not to be here when he does it again. Okay, he's dead. Phew. That was... Yeah, the fact that I have to face like everybody, and with Repenter I constantly keep getting closer into their model. So any like shotgun attacks that they have just keep blasting me at full force is not comforting. I swear if I die in here to these guys. Stop teleporting. I need to lifesteal from you. Chosen Spolders, double rare. Nice. Arcanum Electrolysis, Exterminus. That's a pistol haul. 1 pistol. 2 pistols. 3 pistols. Okay. More ashes. Herald of Amatok. That is a weapon that I want for the Thane. That I'm gonna be probably making after the next character. Okay, so this is completed. I can go back to the Noctukari. And from now on there, I'm just gonna port out to a place where I'm not under attack. Okay, Noctukari are up in Sorrow's Bastion, or Guardian Sorrow, not Sorrow's Bastion. Down south, and from that point on, I won't have to come back to this spot anymore because their crafting orb becomes available in the Kernhold. I don't know why this place keeps lagging. Like, this isn't stream dropping frames, this is on my end as well. So we get another Ashes of Awakening and 9,000 reputation with these guys.
You return, Noctukar. Yes, yes. An unfair burden upon those.
Okay, I'm not gonna pick up another quest, so this now teleports over to our, or becomes available also in our Kernhold area. So now for Awakening or for transforming aspects of Baranath, or rather Aster into aspects of Baranath and Echoes into Soul Fragments, we now have an easy access to that. Also, I have a pretty decent number of Soul Echoes again, so I guess I did refarm some of it quite successfully. So, where does it even spawn? I also don't know if it spawns in the same session, but only one way to find out. So, there's a spirit guide. Where is it? Should be where the blacksmiths are, but it's not. Is it in the market? It should show up as a blacksmith on the screen, but this place is so full. It's hard to tell what's here. Oh, it doesn't seem like it. Where does it appear? The most convenient spot would be either here or here, but I'm not seeing it. Do I need to restart the session? I'm not gonna do that. I already sank a bunch of materials into the altar. Oh, while I'm by the stash, I have a whole bunch of stuff that I want to pull over, because I have found double rares. Now, if only I could remember which they were. I do want to keep the Ixal amulets, because they're nice generic bonuses. Morgone's Helm, I could keep that. It is an uncraftable set after all. Though I am running out of space. And it was... Damn it, what was it? Oh, it was Chosen Shoulders, right? Where are they? Yeah, these ones. Yeah, my armor slots is full, but damn it. I do want to keep the Herald of Emetok for a future build. These ones can go for now. And that's it, right? The Corvan Eye wasn't double rare. Wish there was a different highlight around double rares so that you don't have to mouse over everything. Yeah, none of this is double rare. So the rest I can sell. I did want to blow some of it up, so I'm gonna blow up the legendaries. Oh, I do want to keep the Celestial Worm. So, can I get Soul Echoes? The Frozen Esther, that's a good start. Goodbye, Ice King. I can get Bloodbound Totems, that's good. Epics are not gonna give me as much, right? Nah, those are not worth it. Good and Bloom. Anything else? These are all epics. There's legendary. I'm actually gonna keep Morgul's Mortality because I have plans for that. Then again, what do I not have plans for with 260 builds and counting in mind? Yeah, this is enough.
Bring me back something interesting.
Okay, I'm gonna look up the location of the orb later. Maybe it doesn't reappear until I restart the session. This goes in the chest. These ones gonna migrate into my shared, and everything else goes. Okay, we are sitting at 3,300,000. That's decent enough. Weapons, let's go here and here. Okay, we can move on. Finally, making progress in Ashes of Malmouth after 2 streams of kind of lying. We're past the halfway point. Actually, not quite. I need to make it through the upcoming rift. The crafting orb appears by the Ascendancy altar. Okay, so but I didn't see it. Oh, maybe it doesn't have a marker on the map. I'm just gonna check that then, real quick. Thank you, OBS. That is not a sentence I would say often. Thank you, OBS. OBS has been screwing me over on these streams. Oh, there it is. Okay. So it just doesn't appear on the map? Yeah, it just doesn't show up. Even though it's a blacksmith. Yeah. Thank you, good to know. Ah, didn't want to click you. Let me move. Yeah, oh, in the short time that I've been streaming, which is like just over 2 weeks, OBS has turned off my audio ducking on the first stream, so you couldn't hear me over my own background music in the intro. Thank you very much. Then it has twice reset my volume settings on its own. Now every time I try to start the stream, I have to check all of my filters because some of my filters also change their settings on their own without my interference. And it's not like I have a OBS specific virus. Nothing else is freaking out like that. But OBS is just, I can't trust it anymore. Okay, I need to touch everything because what if there's demons in there? These debuffs. I'm looking forward to the next character who is going to be hostile with Barrowholm. But I want to see they have a second nemesis, which is surprising, right? Why would Barrowholm, this tiny little village, have two nemesis, but Bloodbound, one of the main hostile factions of the new expansion, only gets one? I'm sure they're going to add the second one. Maybe they just ran out of time, but like I would have thought the new faction would be priority and Barrowholm can wait. Gifts of the Gods. Still taking damage from my own reflect. Let me sit up properly. We thought ourselves wise, master of this craft, but arrogance often precedes tragedy. Oh yeah, this is gonna be the lore for what happened to the Coven. With the Altar of Ratosh, we transcended rudimentary spellcrafting of our predecessors. We made ourselves younger, stronger, more powerful. But all that paled in comparison to the full potential of the altar. We reached beyond the mortal realm, binding spirits to our will and forcing them to divulge ancient secrets. But even that was not enough. We needed more, and we knew just where to find it: the Eldritch Realm. The Eldritch Realm is a strange reality, where the laws of the physical realm do not fully apply and magic runs rampant. The creatures within it are animal-like, and yet not. Some are capable of rudimentary magic, some even speak in tongues we cannot fathom. But to us, it was the source of our great magic. To tap into this realm would mean powers beyond imagining. But such arrogant pursuits do not go without notice. It was on a full moon that we gathered together. Together we would use the altar and transcend into the Eldritch Realm. This was to be our greatest triumph, but instead it was to be our most humbling moment. At our command, the runes upon the altar began to glow, and then nothing. The spell spontaneously expired, and we were hurled back as a shockwave emanated from its center. Something had arrived. Before us stood three horrifying to behold beings. Their mere presence was nearly blinding, and their wrath was absolute. I was forced to watch as my sisters disintegrated in eldritch flames, or melted as 1,000 eyes stared them into non-existence. Spiders enveloped another and devoured all but the bones. Only we three remained, frozen in terror as the gods we scorned branded us for our arrogance. Then, just as they had arrived, they vanished. At first we wondered why we were spared, but in time we realized the truth. We lived so that no other would repeat our mistakes. If you are reading this, heed our warning. Turn back and leave this haunted place behind. Scour it from your memories, lest the gods return, their wrath unspent. So this is more context that we would have gotten in Ashes before the Forgotten Gods expansion was released. After that, this basically isn't too much new information, other than what happened to the Coven itself. This must be the altar Garadia spoke of. It emanates with dark power. The veil between realities truly is thinned here. With Ulgrim's keepsake, you should be able to use the altar's power to determine his location within the void. There we go. Even though I'm playing this character as more or less goody two-shoes, other than the fact that I allied with Barrowholm, I am going to try to fight Ulgrim. Just because I've done it like 1 or 2 times, and after that, never again. And I have no idea how strong he really is anymore. Oh, spoiler alert, we're gonna find Ulgrim. And we're gonna have the opportunity to slap some sense into him. I'm also soon going to be approaching another Celestial, other than the one that we can already fight in Valagadra. Lokar. Lokar's quest is gonna be completed soon. Though I'm gonna look at the time, and am I gonna be able to do it today? Probably yes. Now Lokar is classified as a Celestial, but he's not really on the same level as the other super bosses. I mean, he shouldn't be. You have to farm him to get his set. I mean, I guess it takes just one character able to kill him, but... Was he really OBS? Like on the markers down here, like your strongest enemy? Greatest monster killed? Interesting that it doesn't put the Ravager in here, so I guess the upgraded avatar is stronger. Do not look at the total deaths, okay? Just don't. I did make this very difficult on myself to start with. I think I accumulated like 50 deaths before I was level 50 myself. Interesting. I wouldn't have thought he would be that powerful. I mean, yeah, he is an Ascendant. So he's basically us, except with years of experience. Well, not us, because he probably wasn't touched by the Ethereals to empower him. He achieved his power some other way we don't know about. It's kind of annoying that in two different places we are informed of like his legendary status. Like Garadia calls him a legend, and Inquisitor Creed in his documentation said, like, I wonder if he is named after the legendary figure. So Olgrim was a legendary figure we don't know about, but nobody explains. Okay, who are you? Gravathul. Okay. Hello. I was hoping my doggos would eat the projectiles for me. Well, they kinda did. Goodbye. Thonian Warrant. Very nice. Core Dwellers Chains. 20% chance when hit to extend the duration by 1 second on Arcane Will. Kalidor's Tempest with Retaliation. Fire Retaliation CT. And Rune of Kalastor projectiles. Very cute gloves. Shame they are not more damage generic. It's basically only fire Rune of Kalastor. Because the additional projectile leads is a big modifier for Kalastor. For Rune of Hagarad, not so much. There is our mythical Stormheart. Only drops here on ultimate difficulty. That is the sword of Dela Thornsbury, the daughter of Uraboruk. We've already learned about in Forgotten Gods. I did this characters leveling kind of out of order, since we went to Fangs as soon as we killed Loghorien, even though there was no point. And then I did Forgotten Gods, and now I'm doing Ashes. It should be basically the opposite. Ashes first, Forgotten Gods, then Fangs. Actually don't need to be exploring this, but I'm hoping there actually probably can't be really many chests that can be void marked, so I probably shouldn't even bother going all over this place. But I mean, I've done full exploration of everything. Too late to stop now, at least for this playthrough. The future ones, I'm hoping I'm able to like pump out a full character in like a week, maybe a little bit more. It's not gonna take this long. Though I have never really like focused on speed leveling, so it's gonna be a learning experience for me. I'm sure experienced streamers like Erect and others will be more efficient on that, but I'll learn. I do also kind of enjoy the leveling experience, so I don't feel a need to rush it too much. In here is a boss that I'm always a bit baffled by. He has an entire, like, separate theme song to him. A whole, like, pretty cool arena that he fights in and has some unique interactions with, where he can activate various objects to deal damage to you. And he always feels so weak. I basically kill him before the music even kicks in. I'm hoping he maybe got beefed up a little bit, but... I mean, I'm killing Celestials now, so... he can't really pose a challenge that would make sense. Even though I did beef enemies up quite a bit. Through the altar. I didn't actually fight one Nemesis, I just realized. I haven't fought Fabius. Actually, I haven't fought the Iron Maiden either. I only hunted down the new Nemesis that they got, but not the old one. I mean, I'm gonna run into them in Shattered Realm, so I guess no point spending time on that here. Please give me all of the Soul Echoes and Soul Fragments. I am kind of torn on the Ascended affixes, I must say. Because on one hand, I'm glad that they're not obligatory. Like, they're not so powerful that you build around them entirely. They're just nice little side bonuses if you want them. On the other hand, they are so prohibitively expensive to craft and reroll that it doesn't feel commensurate to how weak I would say they are. If they're kind of side grade, why are they so expensive, right? If getting the perfect affix isn't really going to dramatically change my build, why do I have to spend an eternity farming for it? I think they should make them a little cheaper. Like, cut the Ascension cost in half, maybe. Leave the rerolls as they are, sure, but... Okay, you're kind of tankier now. Still not tanky enough. These guys will put up more of a fight than he did. Especially when they reflect all of my damage on me. Ow. I'm just taking casual thousands of damage per second. Now, in case you filled up your inventory by going here, this will just kick you back out at the at Ugdenbog, near the altar of Ratosh. Garmir's Horn. Oh yeah, I also want to save this, because this is now awakenable. This was another thing that was weird about this boss. There was just an epic item that he drops, no monster infrequent, and that item was basically useless. Now it has an awakened version. Must say, thank God for the lightning, you can't see shit in here. At least we get occasional sparks of light. So, this is the seal where we fought, where we entered Logorian's lair. And there is Logorian. Or, well, what Ulgrim left of him.
Is that your mother? I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I won't make it to dinner. I'm just so... tired. Too tired.
What happened here?
The Logorian and I had ourselves our final dance. I mostly took the lead, but he proved to be a handful of a partner. Together we made a royal mess of this place. I'm sorry for the trouble. I'll happily pay the cleaning fees.
So is that for good?
Why, I certainly hope so. How many times do you have to kill a bastard before he stays down?
I think this is basically kind of similar to like Diablo lore or Warhammer in terms of demons. You basically kill them in the real world, they get kicked into the, you know, Warcraft twisting nether and stuff like that. And then you can actually kill them for real inside the realm that they belong to. What happened to you?
An unfortunate accident, my Emperor. I'm afraid my left arm will take some time to heal, but it should not impede my duties. It is not a concern that should rise above the threats to the Empire, however.
Your Emperor commands you to stand.
Wait, my mind is clearing up some haze. You're not the Emperor. You are an imposter. Why are you lying to me? Speak or meet my blade.
Okay, I'm gonna meet your blade. I hate to do this, but maybe I can beat some sense into you. Can't imagine a situation where that would be an appropriate answer. Yeah, I'm gonna beat you up, that will bring you clarity, sure. Let's see how strong you are. No, you have the... It's not Oleron, that is... Unknown Soldier proc. The Devotion Tree. I mean, you're tanky. Actually, let me see. How much health do you have? Oh, just when he times out. God damn it. Okay, never mind. You basically have to bring him to half. That the worst timing I can imagine.
My head. I yield, friend. I yield. I remember you now. We were together at the necropolis when... the void. It clouds my mind. Fills my every waking thought with horrors beyond imagination. But if you're here too, how will we get out?
We'll take the void to Malmouth.
To Malmouth. Last I passed through there, it had fallen to the ethereals, and it wasn't a pretty sight. But if you need to get there, then there must be a good reason. Though I can't say I understand why you risked coming for me, if that's the priority. Not that I don't appreciate it.
By the way, guys, can you hear the in-game audio, like the dialogue? Is it good volume, or should I beef it up a little bit? I'm trying to keep it low enough that it doesn't get into my mic, because I'm not on headphones, but if it's not understandable for you, then I can probably kick it up a bit. We're cut off by Aether Fire. The only way through, the only way is through the void.
I see. Then the only way forward is deeper. I'm afraid I'm thoroughly spent and won't be much use to you in a fight. If we're going to get out of here, you'll need to clear a path. Don't worry about me. I will join you through the shadows. Gods know there's plenty of those here.
I'll find us a way out. One thing that I'm kind of wondering, because like he's gonna follow us through the shadow. He's spawning the shadows from Unknown Soldier. Who is Nadan? Blades of Nadan. Where are... that's Assassin, that's not it. Nadan is the guardian of thieves and assassins. The appearance of his blades in the sky is often interpreted as a sign of ill omen, that an evil but necessary act is about to be carried out. That would match with what Olgrim is about. It could be Nadan, not Oleron, as everybody seems to think.
I had lost all hope of ever seeing the sun again. Your arrival changed all that. Let's see if we can make it out of here together.
Can I ask you something? What happened in the necropolis? Wait, does this should repeat the same dialogue? The first option should repeat the same dialogue I already had, right? What happened while you were in here? After you defeated the Loghorian... Okay, this is new. After you defeated the Loghorian, it was forced back into the pit it spawned from, right where it had sent me. I was not about to lie down and die, so the Loghorian and I had ourselves a final duel. It took all I had in me, and my arms seen better days, but I dare say the fiend is finally gone for good. Unless perhaps there is a worse hell than this awaiting it? What happened in the necropolis? As we planned, I made my way through the tomb of the Watchers to disrupt whatever ritual the cult of Chthon had begun. But I was too late. The Loghorian had already been awakened. You arrived just in time, but the beast had it in for me. It took advantage of all the chaos to pull me into its own realm. After you apparently defeated it in the physical realm, the Loghorian was forced back into the void where I was waiting. Okay, so yeah, that's basically confirms what I said. Are you going to be alright? Let's save such morbid questions for when we get out of here. I'm not dead yet, and that's what matters right now. Okay, let's go. It's not too far further. I'm also thinking, did I even fight Benjar? I think I did. I'll get plenty of opportunity to fight Nemesis in Shadow Realm. But unless the Shadow Realm has been made significantly harder, I don't see a reason why we should have any problems there. Because compared to Ascendant mode, I think it will be kinda a breeze. Even though I don't usually like to do that, I probably will be just doing multiples. Like, I personally think that the bosses in Shadow Realm should be dangerous enough on their own that you have to fight them one by one. And if you want an absolute clusterfuck of a fight, that's where you go into Crucible 4. But it seems to devolve into a multi-pulling situation for the strong builds these days. Again, I'm basically navigating entirely by the minimap because I can't see shit on the ground here. Up here. This tends to be a pretty nice hero spawning circle, usually. Yep, there they are. Any more? Maybe after I open this? Well, not exactly what I had in mind. Wouldn't mind fighting Nyarlathon again. I only fought him once, but he didn't seem too impressive. At least not for this build. I'm sure I will sing a different tune with my next one. I am very afraid for that build. And basically anything that comes after this, because I don't think I will ever see such offensive and defensive numbers again. Which reminds me, did I buy the Wraith's Scream? And apply it to my... Yeah, I did, okay. Because I needed a revered reputation with the Coven. Okay, almost done. It all culminates up here. This is mostly the last one. There is one more area where we have to deal with Chthonics, and then it's just ethereals all the way down. So lots of Valdaran and lots of Alexander. Okay, get me out of this hellhole. Not that the sight outside here is much better, but...
It's good to see the sun again. And I have you to thank for it.
we have to keep moving. Doggies, please take care of that. Thank you.
You're right, of course. But you have to fill me in. Why are you trying to get into ethereal territory?
A survivor from Malmouth warned us of something awful.
Oh, great. While the unpleasantness in the void is behind us, it seems we're stepping right into another. This area has changed since I've last seen it.
Do you know this place?
To the north is Malmouth. Of that, I am sure. But it seems we're not the only ones with sights set upon the fallen city. What remains of the cult of Cthon is thick here, battling with our mutual enemy for control over the city outskirts. I'm afraid I see no choice but to wade into that battlefield and carve a path to the city gates. With the ethereals entrenched here, I am certain there's another rift gate around. Find it, secure it, and I will join you.
Okay. Got a pyroclasm blueprint, not that we need any. Basically the only like permanent upgrades that you're missing is new sets for fangs, and then 2 or 3 upgrades that for potions that drop from Baronath and his horn, which unlocks the orb Did I just pick up a lore notes? Yeah, I did. Loyalty through blood. News has reached us through the tendrils of night that the ritual to the west has failed and Bloodlord Tholonis himself has fallen. Under the weight of these tragedies, there are some among you who would surrender their faith, cease their devotion, and abandon our great cause. This will not be tolerated. You must maintain your fealty or find yourselves hanged and drained with the rest of the faithless rabble. This is merely another in a long series of tribulations that lie in our path to greatness. Chthon challenges us, tests our faith, but we must not falter. You, the unyielding children of blood, must seek out the weakest among you and punish them for their faltering will. Tholonis is gone, but another will rise in his place, and the faithful shall be rewarded in kind. Through devotion to Chthon and dedication to our cause, we will find our way once more. Ulto Trig, Grand Priest. Don't know if it's the wisest strategy to be sacrificing your own when you just got your numbers cut in half. But hey, I don't mind if you help me. Drop me a Bloodstone Scepter for old time's sake. The item that carried me all the way here. For, what was it, like 70 levels of Chaos Werewolf? Oh, how things have changed. And down south here, there's gonna be another Chthonic Rift, and inside is a couple of Bloodsworn survivors that would have some relevance to a quest in Forgotten Gods, but we've already resolved that quest. Ah, there you have a chest. No demons in it. Mogdrogen Bloom, Blood, Soul Echoes. There's also, I need to click on every corpse in here. Because one of them summons a boss. I mean, it doesn't actually matter because that boss doesn't have a unique item to them. But I would like to get full completion. Now, this area is unfortunately kind of unstable, so I'm hoping everything goes fine. At least it used to be. I used to get like black screens here that forced me a full restart of the PC. I'm hoping that doesn't happen now, because frankly I don't even know what would happen to the stream. Like, would it just end and I would have to restart a new one, or... I've only been doing this for 2 weeks, so... There's a learning curve. Okay, somewhere maybe in here? No, that's a normal... It's usually the corpse is somewhere like in a relatively visible area. I also need to remember to desummon my hounds soon, when we get to the secret quest for Ashes. Because there is another convoluted puzzle that you need to solve. Oh, I forgot something important. Did I release the Dread? I don't think I did. That was a mistake. I should have done it a long time ago. I want to test myself against that thing. Because currently it still has a winning score. It killed me more times than I killed it. Is it this one? Nope. So there's this entire side explored, right? A little bit more. Also, I actually shouldn't be exploring this side. I should go to the other one and meet up with Dela first. Which I just can beeline it here. Also another corpse. If I find the rift, I need to remember where it is. Yeah, even fully beefed up, these enemies are no longer a threat, really. So it's either Shattered Realm, Super Bosses, or the Dread, I guess. Calling to Shadows. Let me kill this, so I can read. Ugh, reading. Calling to Shadows. We are the lost children, alone, purposeless, gazing into the darkness with only faith as our guide. We flay our flesh and paint the world in blood as we desperately seek clarity from the depths of the void, but there is no answer. We beseech you, fiends of the void, heed our call and bathe this world in shadow. Come forth, progenitor of darkness, guide the children of blood to new glory that we may all become one with Chthon. Guide us, Ekedzul, so that we may purge this world of the faithless. Kabbalist Ghoul. Ekedzul is the guy that dropped these horns, so the guy we've already killed. So his guidance didn't take you far. And Celestial Totem. Not Celestial, Tempest. These are really beefy, I must say. Despite our damage, they last a while. Oh, still one alive. They also wiped all of my hounds. I mean, it doesn't take much, but... Ashes of Awakening, not bad. Yeah, we are refilling our stocks of those at least quite quickly. Dela is somewhere in here. Am I too far south? I think... Yeah, okay. A missive to the Morndale Bloodbound. Brothers and sisters of blood, disturbing rumors have reached my ears. Rumors that some of you have begun questioning our cause, questioning those who hear the calling of the void. You believe you have been misled by false prophets, but allow me to reassure you. I had my loyal bloodbinders bring forth 36 of those who would question our resolve in these trying times. Through their lack of vision, yours shall be rewarded. Their blood shall serve where their wills could not. Behold the fruits of their sacrifice, new rifts that reach into the very heart of the dead god's realm. To them shall arise the agents of torment, beings of pure darkness that will spirit forth the blood that is rightfully Chthon's. Do not dread, my brothers and sisters. Your faith in Chthon is not misplaced. We will not allow the failures of one to dilute our grand cause. We will call into the darkness, and the darkness will bring forth such might as to shake the very foundations of Cairn. A new day of reckoning will come, a day where the faithful shall stomp out the false gods and restore the glory of Chthon. Ulto 3 Grand Priest once again. Dale at Thornsbury. Fancy meeting you here.
I hope you're ready to write the next chapter of my story.
Hello again.
Unfortunately, this one's still a work in progress.
Oh, she just skips the first line. Okay. I know where Dravis has been. Dravis is obsessive. He's been leaving me notes of his foolhardy pursuit all over the place, hoping that I'll stumble upon one and find him. Well, I suppose his wish is coming true. This has gone on long enough. I'm putting a stop to it. This is kind of a result of me breaking sequencing and doing Forgotten Gods first. I can't even tell her that Dravis is already dead. What are you doing out here? My brother Dravis, he's become obsessed with our father. Somehow he's got it in his head that our father had betrayed us when we were children, that he denied us power that was rightfully ours. In retrospect, I see it as a mercy, keeping us from the dark secrets that tormented our father's existence. Nightmares of events that he cannot scour from memory. But Dravis does not see it that way. He's already harmed himself irrevocably. That's a difficult word to pronounce. In pursuit of our father, and has shown no sign of stopping. He believed that we could do this together, but I refused to be a part of it. However, this obsession has gone on long enough, and I feel a familial responsibility towards putting a stop to his madness. I've tracked Dravis as far as here, but the trail has gone cold. I know of several leads to pursue, and now that you are here, perhaps you could help me out. If you could search the ruins of Malmouth outskirts to the north of here for any sign of Dravis, I'll be sure to make it worth your while. Look for any tomes or notes left behind with taunting messages written for me. Dravis loves the theatrics. I'll look for his clues. I have some questions. Oh, I can't tell her anymore that I have her sword. I mean, I literally have it in my inventory right now. Which is weird, because she's holding it. She's holding Stormheart. And I have Stormheart. You know what? Let's be twinsies. Where is it? Or did I already stash it? No, I have it here. I don't have these spirits to equip it. Never mind. Can't be twinsies. So we go north, and then we come back south. But now I need to be careful. Because going into Malmouth, I need to turn off my hounds. Which makes it sound like I've been turning them on this whole time, and that's just not right. So I should probably check just for a second. How's the stream doing? Oh, no problems on that end. Although, no, bullshit. It's telling me chat disconnected. I had some chat disconnect messages. That's not great. But viewership seems to be holding, so I guess that was just on my end, and stream worked. I didn't see, like, all viewers suddenly disappearing at the same time, which is what would happen if I get disconnected. That's an arcane, kill it first. Obsidian plate cuirass. Okay, so I don't entirely remember all of the locations of the guy that I'm looking for. So for the moment, I'm just gonna be houndless. Houndless and careful. I just need to no, I'm not gonna be houndless for this. Fuck that. You mean Dravis's letter? For the secret quest? I think I don't. Right? I only need to find the blue guy in here. And then I already have the Heart of Darkness crafted. I think I should be able to progress. Unless you're talking about Dayla's dialogue options. I don't know if you're behind on stream. Okay, I'm just gonna try to be observant. The guy that I'm looking for should be kind of easy to identify, right? So I can unsummon my hounds at the last moment. Because not having them around when I'm opening all these chests that are spawning shit on me, it's just gonna slow me down. Okay, so one of his spawn points is somewhere in here. So here I am gonna get rid of them. I'm sorry, but you have to go for a moment. Alright, he actually doesn't spawn on the map until you get close. So as long as I'm not seeing him climb out of the floor, I'm safe. Okay, so one of his spawn points is like inside this building on it, right in front of it, so I'm guessing he's not here. That was him, god damn it, he climbed out too late. Well, secret quest is gonna have to wait for the next session. He spawned later than I expected. I would have thought he would climb out already. Yeah, he's dead. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clear this entire area, and then I'm just gonna activate the Rift Gate here and spawn him, carry him to the secret quest. So since this is a celestial hunting session, might as well finish it off by killing Lokar. In that case, I can resummon my hounds. That sucked. Earth Regurgitator, those are new monster infrequents that have been added to these big bloated guys in Fangs. There was another option for my Veil Walker build that I'm doing next. I was considering doing a Vitality Gunner with one of these. Is this one or the other one? Yeah, it's this one. So Vitality Necrotic Edge, Vitality Conversion on Amatox Pact, and Vitality Avalanche with increased proc rate and damage. Ah, Nemesis. Is it near Althon? It is. Okay, let's see what you got. Already killed you once, but you didn't show much of your skill set. Oh, that's a Sunder. How much of a Sunder? 68%. Are you firing? Okay, he's firing volleys of that. Okay, congratulations, you got me. Ah, interesting. So... And he seems to turn around as well. So I guess you just have to create distance with him. Good to know. Wait, was that a corpse that I saw? No. Looking for that one that pops out the demon. It would have been actually kind of mean if they created a monster frequent just for that guy. Because he's difficult to find. Get some crystals, why not? Kind of starting to miss the environmental protection potion. All this aether ground here. Okay, give me back my corpse. Yalathon's Gaze. Berserker, Soldier, Shaman. Arsonists, so that's a rare prefix. Pick up everything. Wasn't there a hidden thing in here? There is. You can sneak through here, and in here is gonna be a chest. There it is. I should open it, just in case there's more ashes in there. Nope, no demons. So, the dungeon that I'm supposed to go into is in here. Well, I'm not supposed to go into a dungeon, but I'm supposed to be looking for the note. For Dayla. There's also a monster infrequent in here that I want for a future evoker that I'm gonna be making. Whichever version I decide to do, it wants this offhand. It's a shame that I forgot to unbanish the... I guess release is the proper word. The dread. But I'm not sure if I'm gonna even get it now. So I remembered so late. There knocks. I don't know why I'm even bothering the... You have a Sunder now? Nice! So you're like Alexander. A baby version of Alexander. And there it is. Yeah, I'm gonna want the devastation modifiers. Of the Abomination. That's a good one. Percent Aether damage. Okay, I'm gonna save that. Need to remember not to sell it on accident. And the objective is in here. Ah, well, there's our dread. And this is not a good place to fight it. Okay, order my dogs to the side. That's the pool. I'm trying to get my hounds to run around so they don't keep healing the dread, but they're kind of stuck in this tiny space. Ah, fuck. That lasts a long time. Are you stuck? Welcome to the club. Ow. I think he's healing quite a lot. From those hounds. Yeah. They must have changed it. The first few times I fought it, whenever I tried to dodge behind it, I still got sundered. And now it's not happening anymore. They might have changed the hitbox on it. That was a bad heal. Anytime now. Okay, not yet. There we go. Nice and easy. Mordecai's Emblem, Don Shar Hoberg. Even in this very suboptimal space, that was a solid fight. I would have to rewatch it, because I don't have time to watch the health pool moving. I'm certain it healed a lot from my hounds, because I wasn't always able to reposition them correctly. If it's doing the big red claw attack, I want it to be only hitting me and not my hounds. Because from me, it can't really lifesteal much. From the pets, it's a different story, because they are not resistant. I'm not building up their survivability. So they take a lot, so it will heal a lot. Okay, so we have the letter. We have a dread dead. Which shouldn't... I'm not sure if it stops it from spawning again. I think it doesn't. In the same session. Because I think I did a farming run on the Conjurer that ended up getting the dread multiple times. I also picked up the letter. I should probably check what it says. We have the Amy Brannock's journal. I should also read that, but there's more parts to come. Oh, what does this do? Is that the... Oh, Arc Onslaughts. Chance on attack to reduce the cooldown of Horn of Gandar. Yeah, this is such a funny item. You want me to be spending my Onslaught stacks on Horn of Gandar? That's my damage source? Really? That sounds hilarious. I do want to try that. Where is Dravis's letter? There it is. Dear sister, again I find myself at a loss of words. Why is it that you defy your very blood? Why do you forsake your brother when I am so close to the truth? But no matter, I shall tear it out of your father's dying breath with or without you. If you are reading this, then you are again too late, for I have again ventured where the dead dare not, where the blood of the living is joined with the master. The time to join me has passed, Dela. Turn back, for where I go you cannot follow. Dravis. Yeah, unfortunately, since we broke the sequencing, this quest doesn't really make sense. Although maybe... No, we do know the name Dravis, so I guess it doesn't make sense. I was gonna say that we probably don't still know that Dela is Uraboruk's daughter, but we do know the name Dravis. Because we spoke with Uraboruk, so we should put 2 and 2 together. And maybe come up with 4, if you're smart enough. I'm not sure this dummy is. We're just a feral werewolf. Algebra is not our strong suit. Okay, I'm hoping we can spawn the dread again, because that seems to be a good source of materials. Even though I guess time-wise it's not very efficient, because the fight takes a while. Especially with our juicy pets healing it so much. I don't know if I should even bother exploring this place in its entirety, since I'm gonna be rerunning it again, looking for the secret quest objective. There's our rift gates. Unfortunately, the gates are closed, so we cannot get over to Malmouth immediately. How was the Ilgrim fight? Yeah, he was super easy. Very damage spongy, but not dangerous. I was just about to check how much health he actually has. So I paused the game, opened the menu, showed his health, but as soon as I pressed the escape, he died. So like the moment I opened the menu, it was already too late. He seems very tanky. Either he has a ton of health or insane resistances, but yeah, not dangerous. I do remember on the first character when I tried to fight him, I got absolutely squished, but then again, that character wasn't very good. As first characters usually are. Kind of a failed experiment, that one. I am going to be remaking it in a similar spirit, but with the new itemization. It's gonna be one of among my first non-Berserker builds that I'm gonna be making, is fixing my first ever build. A two-handed Fire Strike Pyromancer for ranged. It made sense in vanilla Grim Dawn, not so much in other expansions. Not that Fire Strike Pyromancer doesn't make sense, just not in fire and not with two-handed guns. And not on Pyromancer. If you do it on Purifier, sure, go ahead. Purifier didn't exist back when I made it. Neither did item skill modifiers, for that matter. Okay, so this is explored. Stop spazzing out. There is another Celestial Blacksmith. I actually wanted to check. What materials? No, he's just gonna convert materials from Ashes of Malmouth into other materials from that same expansion. Never mind, no point checking. And that one, I believe, crafts legendaries up to level 84. So only the one in Fangs and the blacksmith in Forgotten Gods can craft 94 legendaries. Match of Sanity. Hate it with Ethereal Vanguard. Oh, I'm not even... Oh, that's true, but this doesn't even matter anymore. Or wait, does it? I think I fought Alexander already. Yeah, so getting reputation with Ethereal Vanguard doesn't really matter for Nemesis spawns anymore. Because they're shared. No, I've already fought Ulgrim. That's you did miss it. Or if you're talking about... Wait, was that you? Let me check the chat. No, that was not you talking about the letter. Okay. Oh, I don't have Aether Steel Bolts. Crap. Let's go craft those. Not that I need this shrine. I don't need any of them, but... Completion.
I do the best I can with what I
Steel, Aether Steel Bolts. Bam.
Go on now.
Since I'm here, I should also probably clean up. Arsonist, so yeah, I do want to keep saving these. I mean, I died for it, might as well. There's the Dread Helmet. Nope, I didn't want to send the Arcane Tome. This one is Preserving of Incantations. Incantations is very nice, because that's skill disruption protection among other things, and that can be very hard to come by. So I'm gonna save that one. The rest can go. I don't really need more Storm Hearts. Do I need the Storm Heart for the quest? I'm not sure. I'm gonna keep it just in case, but I'm gonna sell it after the quest. This can go. I did have another double rare of some kind. Mark of the First Storm. Yeah, that is supposed to be Lightning Grenado and potentially... Yeah, Lightning Werewolf. Lightning Dreadnought Werewolf. I mean, I'm eventually gonna make it, but I'm probably just gonna GD stash the item. I'm not gonna keep everything I find. I am already running out of space as is. As long as it's something that I found in the past, I'm okay GD stashing it once. This is not good enough. This wasn't double rare. I don't think there were any double rares, so I shouldn't even bother. I did want to blow some of these items up, but I guess it doesn't matter. So these go in the stash. This one wasn't double rare. Manticore Girdle of the Fox. Necromancer Belt. Those are in demand, because we didn't have good ones, or too many of those. Vitality to Acid. That is kind of redundant, I must say. There is a lot of ways to get Vitality to Acid conversion. But maybe for some builds, using just 2 slots for it might be important. I already have these saved, I think. Actually, I'm pretty sure I do. Just in case. I'm gonna check the stash again. Hermes Horn, that wasn't double rare. There are no double rares in here, are there? I should stop just pausing for everyone. Just sell everything. Just wasting time for no reason. Okay, so... Put this in the stash. I'm gonna check for the horns. This among awakenables. Yeah, I already have those. Fuck, this is filling up. Are there 3 or not? Berserker, Soldier, Shaman. Berserker, Soldier, Shaman. So it's the same one. Where do I even put all of this stuff now? This goes into offhands. That still has space. I guess I put it here. This goes into papers. This goes away. Bye-bye. Now, I have the thing that's Dale I was looking for. Did I explore everything that I wanted in Malmouth outskirts? Can I just port south? Yeah, I did everything here, so I can... Oh yeah, I wanted to restore this shrine. Now, back to Lone Watch is probably the best way to go. It's a bit of a run. But we also still haven't found the rift that we're going to have to go to now, after we found the note. Yeah, I think you are behind on the stream, OBS, so I think you're answering to stuff that I can't remember what it was, what I said 10 minutes ago or something. Oh! From those few little guys up, I opened the inventory instead of dodging. That's not... Oh, my hand was one key off. Ah, fuck it, I'm gonna face thank you. Maybe I shouldn't. Or maybe I should. Ooh, double rare Benjar. Renegade of the Cabal. Yeah, Hellhounds have a bit of an issue with Benjar because he has so much AoE. Where are you? There you are. Renegade of the Cabal. Acid, Chaos, Poison, Doombolt, Storm Totem. Yeah, that is definitely a good find. So I'm gonna save those. I need to find the camp that has the rift. Also still haven't read the Amy Brannock lore notes. So I'm gonna do that after I fully explore this zone. I think there's one more camp north of this, right? Right? Yes, there is. And that's the rift. Okay. So we know where to go. I remember running this place trying to farm Grava. It's so much easier now. When you don't have to worry where it can spawn. I love that change. I was initially concerned about it because I thought my leveling characters are gonna start running into Nemesis way earlier. Oh, yeah, we can get a Dread again. This is a great place to fight it. There's so much space. Okay, command my hounds to go behind it. So if it attacks me, it doesn't hit them. Yeah, but it's focusing them. Holy shit, it's taking a lot of damage. You're already almost dead. Well, that's not quite true, but... Dogs behind me, perfect timing. Not behind me, behind the... There's the pool. Okay, command them around. We send them behind. No, focus me, focus me. Don't heal from them, piece of shit. And that's the pool. Ow. If only you didn't try to sunder me right after, I could have gotten some good damage in. Whoa! I did not see that coming. Okay, so we're not completely in the clear yet. Though granted, I did beef up the encounters with Ascension Altar, so maybe I kind of screwed myself a little bit. Is this the best way to go? Probably. That is surprising. I did not think that the tag would one-tap me anymore. Maybe I forgot to reapply my armor potion? But otherwise, I feel like I was doing really well. I was positioning my hounds correctly. Even though the Dread insisted on targeting them anyway, so I guess it wasn't helping that much. And it was such a good place to fight it too. Man, that sucks. Kinda wish it stayed around so I can retry. Any luck out there? Is this what you're looking for? Let's see what you found. Data reads it over. Yes, this is definitely from Dravis, that bastard. Not a tonic of clarity. What now? Dravis is right. I cannot follow him into the void, not without debilitating sickness and an overwhelming desire to mutilate my flesh and tear out my eyes. What? We don't all handle exposure to the void equally. Given that you are here and hadn't arrived by the method I used, then you must handle yourself better than I could within the Forsaken reality. Dravis taunting me to follow him there is either some sort of cruel joke or he knows that somebody is helping me. Neither is very comforting. There is only one chthonic rift in Morndale and it leads into the Cinder Wastes. If Dravis really is this reckless, then that is the only place he could have gone. Please investigate this lead for me, as I cannot. If you do, I will give you something in return that's sure to make the risks worthwhile. Yeah, she's gonna give me a legendary item. I believe it's always a weapon, but I could be wrong. So the camp was up... Was it up here? No, it's not this one. God damn it, which one was it? I lost track of where I was. It was above a ledge. In here, maybe? Yeah, in here. Okay. Before I go in, I'm gonna read the 2 lore notes that I have for Amy Brannock before they start accumulating. I should have one more. Where is it? There it is. Amy Brannock's journal, first entry. I don't know why I'm still writing in this thing. I suppose it's because Eral can be very convincing when he wants to. He says I should keep a record of days so we might look back on our lives and remember the best times. These may be the finest of our days, my sweet Amy. Best to remember them while we can, he always says. I think he's right, and I suppose that's why I keep coming back to this journal. He's usually right. I've learned that more and more since we left the city. The city is too crowded, my love. We should leave this place and make our home in the countryside, he said. And so we did. We just packed up whatever we could carry and walked out through the city gates. I was terrified. I couldn't imagine where or how we'd live out here. Malmouth was my home. I was born there amidst the din and grime of the Steelcap district. But Eral was right. The city was too crowded and the countryside is truly beautiful. We found ourselves a small stead, rich land for farming and more space than anyone could ask for. It's the perfect place to start a family, and that's just what we'll be doing. I'm now 2 months pregnant with our first child. It's going to be a girl, I just know it. I've been waiting for the right moment to tell Eral, but he's been so busy toiling about in the farm and traveling back and forth to the city for supplies. I won't be able to hide it from him much longer. He's going to be so happy. The finest of our days indeed. Amy. Amy Brannock's journal, second entry. Something horrible has happened in the city. Boy, did things turn around quickly. Just this morning, our farm was overrun by people, dozens of them. They were fleeing Malmouth, some running, some barely able to walk. They all looked terrified, and they were mumbling about wretched things happening in the city. A number of them kept going on about missing family members, or people being taken from their homes in the night. I don't know what to believe, but it all sounds terrifying. I tried my best to help as many as I could, but there were just so many, and I am stricken with dread. Eral left yesterday for his weekly trip to the city for supplies. He should have been back this morning, but there is no sign of him. I pray to the gods that he hasn't gotten tangled up in whatever is happening in there. If I don't hear from him by morning, I will go to the city to find him. It will be a difficult journey with our little angel on the way, but I can't go on thinking Eralman might need my help. Amy. The last place you should have gone, unfortunately. Especially as a woman. They have some really vile uses for you. So, in the rift we go. Maybe we get another dread and get to redeem our failure from earlier. I'm gonna say our failure. You're to blame, I'm sure. I didn't do anything wrong. I mean, that is actually correct. I'm not sure how I got one shot. I was full health. When that attack came, there's not much I could have done to prevent that. Maybe it is that I really forgot to reapply my armor potion. But I think I've been pressing the potions basically on cooldown during that fight. I would have to rewatch. That hero died stunningly fast. Okay, there's our objective. For the hints, if you didn't play Forgotten Gods or before Forgotten Gods was released, that was our big hint. That this has something to do with Uroboruk, given that he's summoning big-ass skeleton monstrosities that we fought as one of Uroboruk's guardians. Actually, maybe Dela tells us that Uroboruk was her father in here afterwards. This used to be such an annoying fight because the thrall in here spawns with 2 attendants and those will just constantly keep healing him. So if you're just trying to complete the objective, no, you have to go bother with those stupid priests first. And the offering is a flower. There's a note attached to the flower, a prickly flower for a prickled woman. D. This is supposed to lead you... It's kind of misleading. There are thorny flowers of all kinds in Ugdenbog or Gloomwald. So I guess it's supposed to like slightly lead you towards, hey, maybe there's something hidden in there. That's related to the secret quest. But there's also similar purple flowers in Forgotten Gods in the Corvan Basin, so it can lead in multiple directions. If I wanted to be optimal about fighting the Dread, I could theoretically just, anytime it spawns, I could just equip the Icebreaker relic to make sure that I have consistent damage reduction application so that these one-taps can't happen. Who are you? Benjar. Okay, let the hounds explode it. Okay. One of the good uses of summons of any kind, even pseudopets that don't have health bars. If you place them in among the crystals will immediately blow up because they see them as an entity within range, or hostile entity within range. So like if you have mortar traps, or hell, even thermite mines, will just immediately explode those crystals. So you don't have to phase check them yourself. I'm accidentally turning my map. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to press M. Okay. Again, I can hardly see the terrain on screen. Okay, that's everything. Well, almost everything. So in the rift we go. And in here, this is not a big area. In here is a boss fight. And a couple of NPCs that have no real relevance for this expansion, but have some relevance, though minor, for Forgotten Gods. After this is basically us done with Chthonics for... basically until we reach Shattered Realm. Or, well, start doing Shattered Realm. We won't see any more Chthonics after this. Other than those that spawn from the Void Mark chests, I guess. Highlighting is still bugged, unfortunately. So the entire enemy highlights in red instead of just the outline sometimes. It's not consistent, so like it's not completely busted, but something is off. Again, can't fucking see on the map. There we go. And just up north, there's our survivors. Bloodsworn, Nimia, and Roderick. I don't know what you're doing here, but you need to leave now. It approaches. What's happening? Lunal Valgoth, the Steward of Darkness, our tormentor. I can feel it approaching. Leave now or join our fate. That doesn't sound good. Actually, depending on what... Oh, you have a Sunder as well. Good to know. Goodbye. Depending on what build you're playing, this sounds very good, because Lunal Valgoth's Waste Guard is a very nice piece of gear. Chaos to Vitality Conversion, Necromancer skill bonuses. Or everything on Necromancer bonus. What's for Nimia again? By the gods, I thought you were doomed and you just destroyed that creature. Please spare us this torment, let us out. Aren't you Bloodsworn? Why should I help you? I understand that the cult has caused much harm across Cairn in recent months, but you have to understand. We were desperate. We joined the cult because it offered safety, not because we believe in all this blood and Chthon madness. We were not even involved with the necropolis. You have to believe me, I beg you. Destroy the ruined crystal nearby and let us out. I swear we'll burn these robes and try to do something worthwhile with our second chance, assuming we even make it out of the void alive. So, if you let these guys go, they will show up again. Actually, I can close this. They will show up again in a temple in here, like right up north in like the ruins of Abid. We had an objective there to bind a creature for Bismiel, I think. If you release them, they will not burn their robes. They will in fact continue to doing their insane bullshit and try to like perform a chthonic ritual up in the Corvan Basin. I have no idea how they even get there. I guess the Void is a place of many possibilities in terms of travel. So I am just going to leave them here. And we get reputation with Black Legion. If you do let them out, I believe they give you Bloodsworn robes, so I guess there is some merit to it in terms of monster infrequence. And then if you find them in the temple in the Corvan Basin, it changes the outcome of that encounter. Like there will be a different boss to fight in that temple, and that boss will drop a different monster infrequent. There is a griffin head that you can get there, and one is like pure if you do not release the Bloodsworn, and one is corrupted by the Void if you do release the Bloodsworn. So basically what happened there is the guardians that were in that temple, that are there normally, one griffin and two statues, they will get killed by the demon that you have to fight there. And so the head of the griffin will be corrupted by the Void. You're back. Did you find anything? No sign of Dravis, but I did find his minions. So he knew I would follow. That the notes he's leaving me are not just his suspicions. Somehow he knows and he wants me dead? Or perhaps he's testing me? Is there anything else you found? Anything at all that could serve as a clue? I did find this flower. Blaze Heart. Yeah, this is the only place that we can get that in this quest. And that is the sword that Dravis is using when we are fighting him in front of the Tomb of the Eldritch Sun. At least I think so. No, he's using two scythes, right? One-handed scythes. But it is his sword. We know that he was using Blaze Heart when fighting Dela under the tree in the base game. I've never seen a flower quite like this, but it cannot be a coincidence. Dravis is still bitter after our last encounter. The note on that flower confirms that. I will have to investigate further. Thank you for your assistance. You've been a tremendous help. I said I would make it worthwhile to you, and I intend to deliver. Here, the blade of my brother Dravis. Okay, yeah, so she does say it. If you're playing this on lower difficulties, she will just give you a legendary weapon. So the voice line here or the text will be different, because she doesn't give you the sword. He abandoned it during our last encounter, which was the one in Bloodgrove. It is heavily enchanted, crafted for him by our father. It will be a joy to see Blazeheart serving a worthwhile cause once more. I have some questions. I'm sure you do. Is Dravis really a threat to your father? I cannot say for sure, but he seems convinced that he is, given his relentless pursuit. Our father was powerful, the most powerful mage I had ever known, but Dravis has done some deplorable things in order to catch up. Yeah, so she doesn't tell us that Uroborug is her father. You seem to be secretive about your father. He left us when we were still children and never returned, so I don't feel particularly protective of him. Honestly, there is so much misinformation out there, I'm not sure what to believe and what is myth. I know that he is a powerful mage and that he learned things about the arcane in his lifetime that most only dream of. He's also done some regrettable things in his day, things that Dravis now pursues. Regrettable things? When he taught us some rudimentary magic, he warned us of abusing it. In the past, he had used people, often unwillingly, as sources of power. Yeah, so that was his path to immortality. Even as conduits for his rituals, he did not hold anything back. He wanted us to know that magic is often ugly and can be misused in the wrong hands. What will you do now? With Dravis traveling through the void, it is impossible to say where he will end up next. I have some ideas as to where he hopes to be, so perhaps I will find him there along with these mysterious flowers. Yeah, so that is a reference to the Corvin Basin, not to Gloomwald. Because we do see these big purple flowers in there in Corvin Basin. Thank you for your assistance, but unfortunately I'll have to take it from here on my own. Are you sure you can handle him by yourself? I've learned some tricks of my own. The story about the Weeping Willow, it really happened, though I did not give you the ending. It was a drawn-out battle for our very lives, but in the end I had Dravis disarmed at the tip of my sword at his throat. Unfortunately, he also learned a few things since we last saw each other. Dravis stunned me with a cloud of vile magic that I quickly worked to dispel, but by the time the haze had lifted, he was gone, his sword the only reminder of our meeting. Yeah, I cannot talk to her about having her sword already if I didn't do it in the first encounter, so I guess I missed my chance. Why do I still have an exclamation mark above you? Oh yeah, because I have the Mother's Pendant. This pendant is all that remains of Uroborug. It features the silhouette of a young woman carved in bone, but no names or initials. So one place that you can find her is here, and the other one is in the Corvin Basin, Corvin City Rift. She's actually gonna be in two places at the same time, I'm guessing. Yeah, she's here. Yeah. So this is normally the place that you would be giving the pendant to her. She would be telling us how, like, she's looking for her brother and stuff. But because I did this out of order and I did Forgotten Gods first, this is kind of out of sequence.
Hello again, my friend.
I have to say, I was not expecting to find you here so far from Erulan. My hand has led me to the Corvin Basin. Dravis is close, I can feel it. He will not evade me this time. I think I have something of yours. Then I am already too late. I hadn't seen this pendant in decades. Father would never part with it, unless... I'm sorry, he's dead. I had a feeling, a discomfort in the back of my mind. He confronted Dravis and he gave his life to stop the madness he had seeded within his child all those years ago. But what of Dravis? Did he survive? Or do I have a part to play in this still? Dravis too lies dead. Oh. I will not deny I am feeling conflicted. Part of me yearned for another meeting between us, but I am also glad it's over. Dravis had become consumed by vengeance and power. It is for the best. What's done is done. I thank you for bringing this pendant to me. It offers some closure regarding my father, even if it isn't the closure I wanted. So this is one reliable way to get Celestial Lotuses. Where do you go from here? Just as Dravis was driven by rage burning within him, I felt a purpose in this hunt that I hadn't sensed in a long time. But that isn't over now. I will travel back to Homestead, see my little girl again. I'm not sure I can ever fully return to that life though. I hope Oliver will understand. Which is interesting because I don't remember seeing Oliver in Homestead. I was looking specifically if he's there. But it was just Dela and her daughter. So maybe he's there now? Weapons Master Barrow. Oh, it wasn't even... Was it her daughter? Up here. Sandra, Avery, Phil, Liza. Okay, so this is her daughter, but Dela is not here and neither is Oliver. Mama said you might come back here. She needs to speak to you. And where is your mama? She said she had some important stuff to do by Malmouth. Okay, so this is like a breadcrumb dialogue. If for whatever reason you come back here and talk to this specific NPC. That is kind of rare for somebody to do that and figure this out. She said not to tell Papa. I don't know what a Malmouth is, but it sounds gross. I found that book and brought it back to your mama. Oh, well, that was very nice of you. Mama writes in there all the time. Yeah, that's the journal that we found. Yeah, so Dela's probably not gonna be here, right? Old Barrows, Elmsworths. So she doesn't come back here. Oh, never mind. So yeah, that we cleared that part of our quest log. I'm gonna go back to the outskirts. I think I did almost everything anyway. So after this, I'm just gonna explore this place, and then I'm gonna reset to start the secret quest again, because I killed the enemy that I needed. I also still haven't found the corpse that is supposed to spawn the demon. Again, the demon is not important, but I just want to show it. Let me through. I would love to spawn the dread again, because I am not happy with the fact that it killed us last time. I guess that's testament to, like, every character that's gonna be killing it needs to be celestial worthy, because the dreads killed me about as many times as Mogdrogen did, the upgraded version. And that's saying something. Granted, I fought Mogdrogen only a few times, and I fought the dread like... What is it now? 7, 8? I'm glad though that Crate decided, because people were complaining about the dread, like disrupting the gameplay experience a lot. I'm glad they decided not to nerf it and instead just give players option to opt out of it. There's another one of those mushroom circles for the secret quest in Bangs, if you're interested. I could possibly do that one as well, but it's annoying to do. It requires a lot of basically googling or looking at maps. I could skip it, like skip into it further on, because once you've completed it on one character, there is a way to shortcut it, so that you can just get to the secret boss fight and not have to do the whole hassle. There's the demon, Rakavalgos, the pleasure inker. Yeah, nothing. He just drops normal servitor monster infrequence that you can get elsewhere. So that's this. Yeah, so just this little part left to explore. We found our demon. Then you're luckier than me, Ed, because I still don't have it. I'm guessing I'm gonna find it in the Shattered Realm. It used to be, at least that was the impression I think everybody had, that totems are a really good place to farm blueprints. But I have opened so many on this character. There's our Bloodsworn Scepter for nostalgia. Ah, you carried me for so long. Yeah, I did so many totems. I did an entire, like, one day, or well, not one day, like 3 or 4 hour stream where I was basically trying to farm the most efficient places to get recipes or blueprints, and nothing. Not even that I didn't find the blueprints for Ice King. I didn't find any blueprints, not one. And I'm still missing plenty for the new sets. Okay, so that's done. Yeah, this isn't reachable. So I'm gonna reset and start from the Malmouth outskirts Rift Gate. I'm not gonna bring my hounds this time. It is a long load screen. PC, thank you. And from here, oh, Ulgrim shows up. I didn't even look into him.
Well, here we are. Malmouth, the center of industry in the north. Or it was before it all went down the slit hole. Would have been far too much luck to have the bridge down and waiting for us.
What do we do now?
Not to worry. There's an old sewer outlet not far from here, just down to the west by the river. It was a popular route for smugglers bringing contraband in and out of the Candle District. Now it will serve as our way in. No royal carpet for us. With any luck, we'll run into some of these survivors you spoke of. Take the lead.
I'm on it, but not now. So, first I'm gonna check the spot that we already know. Go away. Actually, no, I should check one here because this is closest. I'm gonna clear this place just in case he does spawn. I don't want to be accidentally running into enemies, attacking them, leaving behind the ground effect or something, and then losing the spawn. Come here, all of you. So, are you here? Looks like no. Another spot is by the house where he spawned last time, so I'm gonna run through here. Again, cannot afford to summon hellhounds or they will accidentally kill him. Okay, I'm gonna clear this area. This is still safe. Oh, I accidentally summoned my hellhounds. Old habits die hard. Are you here? You're not. Okay, so what is the next spot? I think there is one like up north here. That is the only... Then this is the last one I remember, so after that I'm just gonna probably have to run through this entire place and figure out where the rest is. The best way to get there is through here. Down, get out of my way. There's a lot of enemies. Clear this. Keep it nice and tidy. Okay, are you in here? This is not quite the place. Yeah. Oh, shit! I hit him. Did he die? Or is he still following me? He died. God damn it. I'm gonna have to probably swap to have my left mouse button be moved to so I don't accidentally attack him. Because I double claw, it's just instant death for him. I could also be running around in human form, I guess. So that doesn't happen. This is so annoying. If I didn't have the damage over time, he would have been fine, but... Okay, this is clear. Doesn't seem to be spawning in here. Okay, so since I'm already in this area, I'm gonna go up here first. Out of my way. I need to clear some space. Okay, I'm gonna turn into a human. Yeah, there he is. Okay. So now I need him to follow me. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn into a werewolf and I'm gonna clear the path. I need to bring him to this ritual circle. I'm gonna kill everything here. Not even gonna open the chests. I don't want to be spawning demons now when I don't have my hellhounds. Okay, so this is basically clear. Turn into a human just in case. Oh, he's still following me. That's nice. I thought I would have lost him by now. It's rare that I get to see my human form and my fashion. Okay, walk onto this. Ta-da! Opens a portal. So. Now, because we have the Art of Darkness, which we crafted in Gloomwald, you can come across here, your last chance. The way forward is paved with the bones of challengers such as yourself, all of them fallen within a reality that defies comprehension. Turn back now while you still can, mortal, lest my realm claim you as well. Bound spirits. Great gifts you bring me, mortal. Are you certain you wish to proceed? Doomed are all who pursue the Master's Sanctum without invitation. I believe I need... If I throw this away, does anything change? Oh, I still have multiple of these in my stash anyway. If I drop this... Foolish you are, mortal, to seek the Master's Sanctum, but if death is what you desire, then I shall not stop you. Bring me 3 gifts and I shall open the way. First, I desire a witch's pendant. Second, a source of great darkness. And last, a weapon forged by the dead master. Return the gifts or do not return at all. Yeah, so the thing that's happening here is that because of the way that they changed the stash, how it works, where you can basically access everything that's in your stash, even from here, like if you're trying to cleanse a devotion shrine, and you don't have the material that you need in your inventory, it will just yank it from your stash, because it considers everything that is in your stash as if it was in your inventory. So even if I don't have the Stormheart on me right now, because I dropped it, because I have multiples of them in my stash, where's the closest stash? It's in Coven's Refuge. Because I have it in my stash, it will take it from there. The second thing or the third thing that you need, Witch's Pendant. That is the Sedina's Memento that we picked up at the very start of Ashes of Malmouth in Devil's Crossing. If you walk in between the legs of the fallen titan, the ethereal titan that attacked the Devil's Crossing, you will find Sedina's Memento. Do not sell it, you cannot get it multiple times. That's once per character. So yeah, this is gonna be consumed as well.
It's safe with me, promise.
And it looks almost identical, or probably even fully identical to like higher level amulets that are just like magical. So it's very easy to accidentally sell it. Give the gifts, opens a rift. So this is gonna lead us to our final target for this stream. It's already getting quite late. Lokar, which is the best place to get your farming gear or speed leveling gear. Basically the only place you can get good speed leveling gear. There are other individual pieces like the body piece, the chest armor that you find in the secret quest for the base game, like the, what is it, the Gazer armor or whatever it's called, it does give you an XP bonus, but it has a bunch of negatives. Lokar's set is just full upside, and you can farm it here. As per usual, you get in these secret quests, you get a devotion shrine that requires a key. And in here, there should be a torch. Shouldn't there? Oh, wait, no, I just clicked this. Never mind. You don't need a torch. Treasure's domain. Now, in here, this is also an important area, not just because there's not only because there's Lokar in here, but also this is the only place where you can farm this Dark One set, which is a Conjurer set giving bonuses to Wendigo Totem and a Bloody Pox. Now in here are these stupid ass rocks that fire these traps. These rocks move around. They will chase you around the area, and they hurt like hell. So you just basically have to keep moving. Now, this is a hidden area, but that's not good enough for Crate. Inside this hidden area is a hidden area, and that's where you find Lokar. Now, the Dark One set can be farmed from these Rift-claimed adherents. This one didn't drop it. It doesn't have a good drop rate, so you might have to run this place multiple times. It's also an absolute war zone between multiple factions, so... There's our adherents. Also didn't drop it. I'll be surprised if I find a piece here. It took like, I don't know, 30 runs to get the full set in this place. Probably even more. And each adherent drops only a specific piece, if I remember correctly. So if you find the one from the first adherent that you find, no point farming that one anymore. Okay, last adherent is... Is it the last one? No, there's 4 pieces of the set. Should be one more somewhere. There's another adherent. I used to think these were tanky, but I guess I have good DPS. As per usual with the secret quests, we have another version of Devil's Crossing. But this one is a fake out. There's nothing here, really. The real objective is hidden in the area we just passed through. Captain John Bourbon, once again. Hello, stranger. Hello, stranger I've never met before. He looks different to what we remember. I've been placed here by forces beyond to inform you that you have reached the end of the available content. This seems familiar. I assure you that whatever it is you think is familiar is in fact not. What you can be sure of, however, is that you definitely cannot go beyond this point. Are you sure? It looks pretty open. This is so embarrassing. For you. Seeing things, or I suppose not seeing things that are there. Turn back while you can, but still call yourself sane. You must be mistaken. I just go through, and he disappears. In here... is just a bunch of nothing. So you'd think, oh, I went all this way for a bunch of garbage? That doesn't seem right. And that is because the real thing that you're after here is hidden back where we came from. I could have sworn I only killed 3 adherents, but there are 4 pieces of the set. Maybe I was wrong and they can drop multiple types? Or I missed one of the adherents. So the place that you're looking for actually is... It's really hard to see because, you know, this place is dark as fuck. But this little doorway. This is going to be one of the last places where you can open a rift gate. So I'm going to open it here. So you can walk through these thorns, and now, as per usual with hidden areas in Grim Dawn, this is off the map. So you like, the minimap won't help you find this. Now Lokar, for those who don't have the Crucible DLC, is the guy that basically runs the Crucible as a fighting arena for... I actually don't know who he's running it for. I guess for the players, maybe he's a fourth wall breaker. If you kill this root of all evil, portal opens, and in here is our boss. And he sunders. How much do you sunder for? 50%. And he doesn't seem avoidable. It's just 50% damage forever. That seems kind of silly. I should probably get out of those damage over time effects for a little bit. Oh yeah, he shadow strikes. He also, the longer this fight goes on, the more ads he spawns. But usually this fight doesn't go that long, and he's dead. And there's Lokar's boots. Oh, stop hitting me with that. Time out. Guess not. Are you ever gonna go away? Okay, you will. So, Lokar's boots, that is a level 1 set with basically no requirements because every character starts with 50 physique. With the full set bonus of plus 40% experience gain. So this is our starter set. I already have one prepped. I didn't use it for this character for leveling, but for the future characters I will. And back here is a couple of chests. Malakor's Infusion. Once again, a weapon I am not quite sure what to do with still. And our exit is down here, I believe. Yeah. Okay. So that's our next to last Celestial. The only Celestial now that we haven't killed. In fact, the only one that we haven't killed on this stream currently, except for the first Mogdrogen, because you can only fight him once, is Kalagadra. So what I'm gonna be doing next, I'm gonna be wrapping up now, because I've been running for quite a while and I'm getting tired. And this is a good place to stop. Next stream, I'm going to finish Ashes of Malmouth and possibly try to fight Kalagadra. I'm gonna see. Maybe I should start by doing some of the Shattered Realm to get my final skill point rewards, and then I'm gonna finish off by fighting Kalagadra. Maybe I'm gonna dip a toe into Crucible, but probably not tomorrow. That might have to wait for a Thursday, depending on how much progress we make in the Shattered Realm. So yeah, and that's gonna be basically it for this character, unless I feel like doing some additional testing of alternate versions of it, but I don't think I will. I think this is working as I was hoping it would. And then it's off to a new character, I guess, which is gonna be the Loghor, Chaos, or possibly Vitality Veilwalker. So yeah, thank you guys very much for hanging out with me and watching. I hope you had a good time. Hope you get good loot drops in my absence, and hopefully see you tomorrow. Bye bye.